There's a moment in everyone's life when the world feels too loud. The phone won't stop buzzing, deadlines stack up, and every time you turn on the news, it's like a fresh wave of chaos rolls in. It's exhausting, isn't it? Yet somehow there are people who move through life with an unshakable calm, as if they carry their own little oasis of peace wherever they go. Their secret isn't wealth, fame, or an absence of problems. It's something deeper, something everyone can learn. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's step back and meet someone whose story might sound familiar. Someone who found a way to rise above the noise when life felt impossible. Maya's life used to feel like a tangled web she couldn't escape. She was a single mom, juggling 2 jobs, taking care of her aging parents, and trying to keep up with a social life that felt more like an obligation than joy. Every day was a blur of rushing from one task to the next. At night, she'd collapse into bed, scrolling aimlessly through her phone, feeling more disconnected and drained with every passing minute. One Tuesday, Maya hit her breaking point. She had just returned from a long day at work to find her son upset over a forgotten promise to attend his school play. The guilt gnawed at her as her mother called from the other room, needing help with her medication. Her inbox was full of emails demanding answers, and a friend had left a voicemail asking why she'd been distant lately. It was all too much. Maya sat at the kitchen table, head in her hands, overwhelmed. She didn't know where to start or how to breathe under the weight of it all. The next morning, Maya's co-worker Raj noticed her strained expression. "You look like you've got the world on your shoulders," he said gently. She nodded, tears threatening to spill over. Raj, who always seemed composed no matter how hectic things got, handed her a small, weathered book. "Take this," he said. "It's nothing fancy, but it helped me when life felt like too much." The book contained simple teachings, phrases and ideas that didn't preach, but invited reflection. Maya wasn't sure why, but she started reading it during her lunch breaks, and it planted seeds she didn't even realize she needed. One line stood out: "The root of suffering is attachment." At first, she didn't understand. Attachment. She wasn't clinging to anything. If anything, she was drowning in too much. But as she kept reading, something shifted. She began to see how much energy she poured into trying to control things. Her son's emotions, her parents' needs, her co-workers' opinions, and even her own unrealistic expectations. The next time her son was upset, Maya took a different approach. Instead of apologizing repeatedly or feeling like a failure, she sat down with him. "I'm sorry I missed your play," she said softly, "but I want to make it up to you. How about we plan something fun this weekend?" To her surprise, he nodded and gave her a hug. That moment taught her something profound. Peace isn't about perfection, it's about presence. Maya also started applying this lesson at work. She realized she couldn't control her boss's mood or her co-workers' actions, but she could control her reactions. When a colleague snapped at her during a meeting, instead of taking it personally, she paused. Later, she approached them with kindness, and they ended up sharing that they were going through a tough time at home. This was another revelation. When she stopped holding on to resentment, judgment, or the need to always be right, she felt lighter. Raj noticed the changes in Maya and invited her to a meditation session after work. She was skeptical at first. Sitting still for 10 minutes sounded impossible for someone whose mind felt like a runaway train. But she gave it a try. The first few sessions were awkward and her thoughts raced non-stop. But gradually, she learned to focus on her breath, anchoring herself in the present moment. For the first time in years, she felt a glimmer of calm. Maya began incorporating small practices into her daily routine, pausing to take 3 deep breaths before responding to stressful situations, writing down one thing she was grateful for each night, no matter how small, spending a few moments in silence before starting her day, setting an intention to approach challenges with patience. One day, Maya realized something astonishing. The world hadn't changed. Her boss was still demanding. Her responsibilities as a parent hadn't decreased, and life still threw curveballs. But she had changed. She no longer reacted impulsively to every problem. She approached conflicts with clarity and responded to chaos with a calm that surprised even her. She found joy in small moments, sharing a laugh with her son, feeling the warmth of the sun on her face during her lunch break, or hearing her mum's favorite childhood story for the 100th time. Maya even started sharing what she'd learned with others. When a friend complained about feeling stuck, Maya listened without judgment and gently shared some of the practices that had helped her. Slowly, she became a source of peace for those around her. Maya's story isn't unique. It's a reflection of the struggles we all face in different ways. The endless demands, the unexpected setbacks, and the constant noise of modern life can make peace feel unattainable. But as Maya discovered, peace isn't about changing the world around you. It's about changing how you interact with it. This transformation doesn't happen overnight, and it doesn't require you to overhaul your life. It starts with small shifts, practicing patience, letting go of the need to control everything, and finding moments of stillness in your day. If you've ever felt overwhelmed, stuck, or disconnected, take heart. You don't need to retreat to a monastery or escape to a faraway island to find peace. The answers you seek are closer than you think, hidden in plain sight, waiting for you to uncover them. Like Maya, you can begin wherever you are. Peace isn't reserved for a select few. It's available to anyone willing to take the first step. Start small, stay consistent, and trust that the path will unfold as you walk it. The journey may not always be easy, but every step will bring you closer to the calm and clarity you deserve. The world may not stop being chaotic, but you can learn to navigate it with grace, turning every challenge into an opportunity to grow. Now let's explore the powerful insights and practices that helped Maya and can help you find peace in the midst of life's storms. In life, words can cut deeper than any blade. A careless insult, a mocking laugh, or a dismissive tone can linger far beyond the moment they're spoken. They creep into the mind, replaying themselves in the quiet hours, making us doubt, rage, or wilt under their weight. Yet, not all wounds are inevitable. Some of the deepest scars we carry are the ones we choose not to let go of. But what if you didn't have to carry them at all? When someone throws a stone in your direction, you have a choice. Catch it and hold on to its sharp edges, or step aside and let it fall harmlessly to the ground. Words, like stones, only hurt when you hold them close. By mastering how to let go of insults, you don't just find relief. You discover an untapped strength within yourself. The next steps reveal the subtle power of turning those moments of hurt into opportunities for peace and growth. The sting of an insult often lies in the value we attach to it. Insults only take root when they find fertile ground within us, an insecurity, a doubt, or a fear. Recognizing this is the first step to freedom. When someone insults your appearance, intelligence, or abilities, they're not defining you. Their words are a reflection of their own state of mind. People who feel whole and secure rarely have the need to tear others down. Understanding this doesn't excuse their behavior, but it helps you see their words for what they are, projections of their own pain, rather than a mirror of your worth. It's easy to get caught in the trap of defending yourself when attacked. A defensive reaction often feels like reclaiming power, but in truth, it hands control over to the other person. When you engage with their insult, you validate it as something worthy of your attention. Responding with calmness or choosing silence can be far more powerful. It demonstrates self-control and sends a clear message. Your peace is not up for negotiation. Silence, when rooted in confidence, becomes a statement louder than any retort. Sometimes the sharpest wounds from insults come from those closest to us, friends, family, or colleagues whose opinions we value. Their words carry weight because we allow them to. It's crucial to assess the intent behind their remarks. Was it spoken in frustration? Was it meant to harm? Or was it simply a careless moment of anger? By separating their intent from your emotional response, you can view their words with clarity instead of pain. This clarity allows you to address the underlying issue if necessary, rather than reacting to the surface-level sting. Forgiveness is an antidote to the poison of insults. Holding on to anger or resentment only deepens the wound. Forgiving doesn't mean condoning the hurtful words. It means choosing your well-being over your grudge. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself, allowing you to heal and move forward unburdened. By releasing the weight of another's words, you reclaim the energy they once consumed. Each time you choose to forgive, you strengthen your emotional resilience, making it harder for future insults to take hold. Practicing detachment is another cornerstone of mastering insults. This doesn't mean becoming indifferent or shutting yourself off from the world. Instead, detachment is about recognizing that your worth isn't determined by others' opinions. When you stop seeking validation or fearing criticism, insults lose their power over you. They become background noise, barely registering in the quiet confidence of your inner peace. Detachment allows you to stay grounded in who you are, no matter how turbulent the external world becomes. Meditation and mindfulness offer practical tools to cultivate this detachment. Through mindfulness, you develop the ability to observe your thoughts and emotions without becoming entangled in them. When an insult arises, instead of reacting immediately, you can pause and watch how it affects you. This space between stimulus and response is where true freedom lies. Meditation strengthens this skill, training your mind to remain steady and centered, even when provoked. Over time, this practice creates a buffer against the impact of hurtful words. The art of self-reflection is equally important in dealing with insults. Sometimes a remark stings because it touches on something unresolved within us. Instead of pushing the discomfort away, ask yourself why the insult hurt. Was it tied to a fear of inadequacy, a painful memory, or a lingering insecurity? By addressing these internal wounds, you disarm the power of similar insults in the future. Self-reflection transforms these moments of pain into opportunities for growth, building a stronger and more self-assured foundation. Another way to handle insults is to reframe them as opportunities for understanding. While it may not feel natural in the heat of the moment, viewing the person delivering the insult through a lens of compassion can shift your perspective. Their harsh words often stem from their own struggles, jealousy, insecurity, or unresolved pain. Seeing this doesn't mean excusing their behavior, but it allows you to approach the situation with empathy rather than anger. Empathy can soften your response, helping you maintain your calm and dignity. Finding humor in an insult can also be a surprisingly effective response. Humor has the power to diffuse tension and neutralize negativity. When someone attempts to hurt you with words, responding with lightheartedness shows that their attempt has fallen flat. A witty remark or a self-deprecating joke can transform an insult into a moment of levity. This doesn't mean you're dismissing the insult entirely. It means you're refusing to let it steal your peace. Building a strong sense of self-worth is the ultimate armor against insults. When you truly know your value, external criticism can't shake you. This confidence doesn't come from arrogance, but from self-awareness. It's the quiet assurance that you are enough as you are, imperfections and all. Cultivating self-worth requires consistent effort, practicing self-care, surrounding yourself with supportive people, and celebrating your achievements, no matter how small. Each step strengthens the foundation of your inner peace. Gratitude is another powerful tool in shifting your perspective when faced with negativity. By focusing on what's good in your life, you reduce the space for hurtful words to take root. Gratitude shifts your energy, redirecting it away from the sting of insults and toward the abundance around you. Start by acknowledging the small things: a kind word from a stranger, a moment of calm in your day, or a laugh shared with a friend. Over time, this practice rewires your mindset, making you more resilient to external negativity. Learning to walk away is a skill that requires strength, not weakness. There are times when the most empowering response to an insult is to simply remove yourself from the situation. Walking away isn't about avoiding conflict. It's about choosing your peace over unnecessary drama. This act sends a clear message that you value your well-being more than engaging in a battle of words. It's a reminder that not every insult deserves your attention or energy. In moments when an insult stings deeply, grounding techniques can help you regain your composure. Breathing exercises, for instance, anchor you in the present moment, calming your nervous system and clearing your mind. Visualization can also be effective. Envision the insult as a passing cloud, drifting away and leaving the sky of your mind clear and tranquil. These techniques remind you that the pain of an insult is temporary, like a wave that rises and falls. Over time, mastering insults becomes less about avoiding them and more about transforming your relationship with them. Each hurtful word becomes an opportunity to practice resilience, compassion, and self-awareness. Instead of dreading the next insult, you begin to see it as another step in your journey toward inner strength. There's a quiet power in letting go of the need to prove yourself, letting go of the desire to retaliate, and letting go of the weight of someone else's negativity. By doing so, you free yourself to live authentically and peacefully, untethered by the opinions of others. This freedom isn't just a skill, it's a way of life, one that opens the door to deeper connections, greater clarity, and a sense of peace that no insult can ever take away. Letting go of insults reveals a profound strength, the ability to protect your peace no matter what others throw your way. But this journey of inner mastery doesn't end with handling external negativity. It goes deeper, into the heart of how you treat yourself and others. True resilience is built when you balance the discipline to hold yourself accountable with the compassion to forgive others for their shortcomings. This delicate balance fosters not only personal growth, but also connections that transcend the chaos of life. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of any transformation. It is the quiet resolve to stay true to your principles, even when no one is watching. It's waking up early to work on your dreams, saying no to distractions, and staying committed to what truly matters. But discipline isn't about punishing yourself. It's about honoring your potential. When you approach discipline with a mindset of self-respect, it shifts from being a burden to becoming an act of love. Discipline begins with clarity. Knowing what you stand for and where you want to go allows you to align your actions with your values. Without this clarity, it's easy to drift through life, swayed by fleeting desires or external pressures. Self-discipline asks you to make deliberate choices, ones that align with your goals, even when they're uncomfortable. This discomfort is not a punishment. It's a sign of growth. Growth thrives in discomfort, but only when it's embraced with purpose. Compassion, on the other hand, softens the edges of discipline. It reminds you that while striving for betterment is noble, perfection is neither realistic nor necessary. Compassion allows you to forgive yourself when you stumble. It helps you see mistakes not as failures, but as opportunities to learn and try again. This gentle approach builds resilience by preventing the harsh self-criticism that often leads to burnout or despair. Compassion turns the pursuit of discipline into a journey, not a race. Extending compassion to others is equally transformative. People often act out of their own pain, fear, or insecurities. When you understand this, their actions become less personal. This doesn't mean tolerating harm or enabling bad behavior, but it does mean approaching conflicts with empathy instead of anger. Compassion fosters patience, allowing you to navigate misunderstandings with grace. It creates space for genuine connections, even with those who challenge you. Self-discipline also involves setting boundaries, not just with others, but with yourself. Saying no to distractions, unhelpful habits, or unhealthy relationships is an act of self-respect. Boundaries create the framework for growth, ensuring that your energy is channeled into what truly matters. Compassion ensures these boundaries are maintained without bitterness or guilt. It allows you to assert your needs while remaining kind, both to yourself and others. A disciplined mind is a calm mind. Regular practices like meditation, journaling, or mindful breathing train your thoughts to stay focused and purposeful. These habits build mental resilience, enabling you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. Compassion complements this by offering perspective. When you face a challenge or setback, it reminds you that struggle is part of the process and that every effort counts. Discipline and compassion together create a powerful synergy. While discipline pushes you to improve, compassion keeps you grounded. Without discipline, compassion can become passive, leaving you stuck in excuses or inaction. Without compassion, discipline can turn rigid and unforgiving, leading to unnecessary stress or self-doubt. Balancing these two forces allows you to grow steadily and sustainably, finding peace in the progress rather than perfection. The relationship between discipline and compassion extends to how you treat others. Holding yourself to high standards while showing tolerance toward others creates a dynamic of mutual respect. When you lead by example, others are inspired to rise to their potential. At the same time, your compassion makes you approachable, creating an environment where growth feels safe and achievable for everyone involved. Self-discipline also cultivates trust in yourself. Each time you follow through on a promise to yourself, no matter how small, you strengthen your belief in your ability to create change. This trust becomes the foundation of self-confidence, allowing you to tackle bigger challenges with assurance. Compassion ensures that this process is sustainable, reminding you to celebrate small wins and to rest when needed. The power of compassion lies in its ability to transform relationships. People are drawn to those who are both firm in their values and kind in their actions. Compassion allows you to communicate effectively, resolving conflicts without escalating tensions. It bridges gaps of misunderstanding, turning potential adversaries into allies. Compassion doesn't mean agreeing with everyone or sacrificing your principles. It means choosing connection over division. Discipline teaches consistency, the quiet repetition of actions that lead to long-term success. Whether it's exercising regularly, saving money, or dedicating time to a passion, discipline requires showing up even when motivation wanes. Compassion keeps this consistency from becoming rigid or overwhelming. It allows you to adapt, acknowledging that life is unpredictable and that flexibility is often necessary. Being disciplined with yourself and compassionate toward others also builds emotional resilience. It helps you stay centered in the face of criticism, knowing that your worth isn't defined by others' opinions. Compassion allows you to see beyond the surface, understanding that criticism often stems from others' insecurities rather than your shortcomings. This perspective makes it easier to respond with grace rather than defensiveness. In a world filled with distractions and challenges, discipline acts as your anchor, keeping you focused on what truly matters. Compassion is the sail that allows you to navigate the unpredictable waters of life without losing your way. Together, they create balance, ensuring that you're moving forward with purpose while remaining kind to yourself and others. Practicing discipline and compassion requires self-awareness. Regular reflection helps you identify areas where you're too hard on yourself or others, and where you need to establish stronger boundaries. This awareness allows you to adjust, finding a middle ground that fosters both growth and connection. The benefits of integrating discipline and compassion extend beyond personal growth. They ripple outward, influencing those around you. When you embody these qualities, you inspire others to do the same. Your calm confidence and empathetic approach create an atmosphere of mutual respect and understanding, strengthening your relationships and building a sense of community. Discipline and compassion are not opposing forces, but complementary tools for navigating life's complexities. They help you strike a balance between striving for excellence and embracing the imperfections that make you human. By cultivating both, you build a foundation of resilience, connection, and inner peace that withstands even the most chaotic circumstances. This journey is not about perfection, but about progress. It's about showing up every day with the intention to grow while giving yourself and others the grace to stumble and try again. Through discipline, you honor your potential. Through compassion, you honor your humanity. Together, they create a life that is both purposeful and deeply fulfilling. Balancing self-discipline with compassion reveals the profound strength of human resilience and connection. But life doesn't merely test us through the routines of discipline or the demands of relationships. It challenges us with adversity, often when we least expect it. These moments of difficulty are not just obstacles. They are mirrors, showing us who we truly are and where our greatest opportunities for growth lie. How we respond to these challenges shapes not only our future, but the peace we carry within ourselves. Adversity, by its very nature, is uncomfortable. It disrupts plans, shakes confidence, and tests resolve. Yet within this discomfort lies its power. Growth doesn't happen in comfort zones. It thrives in the soil of challenge. Every setback is a lesson waiting to be learned, a teacher in disguise. When faced with adversity, the key is not to ask, "Why is this happening to me?" but instead, "What is this here to teach me?" This shift in perspective transforms struggle into an opportunity for deeper understanding and strength. Challenges often feel overwhelming because we resist them. Resistance stems from wanting life to conform to our expectations, but adversity has a way of breaking through those illusions. When you stop resisting and start accepting the reality of the situation, you open yourself to learning. Acceptance doesn't mean surrendering to the difficulty. It means acknowledging its presence so you can work with it rather than against it. This openness is the first step toward growth. Each person you encounter during times of hardship has something to teach you. Sometimes the lessons come from those who challenge you the most. A difficult coworker may teach patience. A strained relationship may reveal the importance of boundaries. Even those who hurt or betray you can show you the value of self-respect and forgiveness. Viewing people as teachers shifts the focus from anger or frustration to curiosity and understanding, helping you approach situations with clarity instead of emotional turmoil. Adversity forces you to confront parts of yourself that might otherwise remain hidden. Fear, insecurity, pride, these often surface when life feels difficult. Instead of shying away from these feelings, acknowledge them. They are signals pointing to areas where growth is needed. Facing these emotions head-on allows you to transform them into strengths. Fear, when understood, becomes caution and preparation. Insecurity becomes motivation to improve. Pride becomes humility. Resilience is not about avoiding pain, but learning how to recover from it. Adversity teaches you that setbacks are temporary, and no matter how difficult the situation, it will pass. Developing resilience involves embracing the process of healing and rebuilding. Each time you rise after a fall, you become stronger, not because the challenge was easy, but because you refuse to let it define you. Resilience grows when you view adversity as a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. One way to foster growth in adversity is to reframe your mindset. Instead of seeing a challenge as something being done to you, see it as something happening for you. This doesn't minimize the difficulty, but emphasizes the potential for transformation. Challenges are like weights in a gym, difficult to lift, but essential for building strength. With each repetition, you grow, becoming more capable of handling future challenges with grace. Gratitude is a surprising yet powerful tool in times of adversity. It may feel counterintuitive to find gratitude in hardship, but even in the darkest moments, there are lessons and opportunities to appreciate. Perhaps adversity reveals the kindness of a stranger, the strength of your loved ones, or your own untapped resilience. By focusing on these moments of light, you shift your attention from what's lacking to what's present, fostering a mindset of abundance even in struggle. Adversity also teaches the value of adaptability. Life rarely goes as planned, and those who thrive are not the ones who resist change, but the ones who adapt to it. Adapting doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding new ways to achieve them. It's about being flexible in your approach while remaining steadfast in your purpose. Challenges often force you to think creatively, finding solutions you might never have considered otherwise. Perspective is another crucial element in transforming adversity into growth. Stepping back from a problem allows you to see it in the context of your entire life. What feels overwhelming in the moment may appear smaller when viewed from a distance. Perspective reminds you that no single event defines your journey. Adversity is a chapter, not the whole story. This broader view helps you approach challenges with calm and clarity, making them easier to navigate. Adversity also deepens your sense of empathy. When you experience hardship, you gain a greater understanding of what others might be going through. This shared experience fosters connection and compassion, allowing you to support others in their struggles. Empathy is one of the most profound lessons adversity can teach, reminding you of the importance of kindness in a world that often feels harsh. The process of overcoming adversity is a powerful teacher of patience. Growth doesn't happen overnight, and neither does healing. Patience allows you to stay committed to the process, even when progress feels slow. It teaches you to trust that every small step forward is significant, even if the destination is not yet in sight. Patience nurtures resilience, helping you remain steady in the face of ongoing challenges. In the midst of difficulty, it's easy to focus solely on what's wrong, but adversity also highlights what's right. It clarifies priorities, showing you what truly matters. Perhaps a financial setback teaches you the value of relationships over material possessions. Maybe a health challenge reminds you to care for your body and mind. These insights are gifts, helping you live with greater intention and alignment. Community plays a vital role in transforming adversity. While challenges often feel isolating, reaching out for support can make all the difference. Sharing your struggles with others doesn't diminish your strength. It enhances it by allowing others to lift you when you're feeling low. Community reminds you that you're not alone, and that together people can weather even the toughest storms. Adversity also teaches you to let go of control. Life is unpredictable, and trying to control every outcome only creates frustration. Letting go doesn't mean giving up. It means focusing on what you can influence while accepting what you can't. This balance brings a sense of peace, allowing you to move forward with clarity and purpose rather than being weighed down by what's beyond your reach. One of the most profound lessons of adversity is self-awareness. Challenges force you to confront your beliefs, values, and assumptions. They reveal who you are at your core, stripping away the distractions of daily life. This self-awareness becomes a compass, guiding you through future challenges with a clearer sense of direction and purpose. Adversity also offers the opportunity to cultivate humility. It reminds you that no one is invincible and that everyone faces struggles. This humility makes you more open to learning and more appreciative of life's simple joys. It fosters a sense of gratitude for the support of others and a deeper respect for the strength within yourself. Growth through adversity requires a willingness to embrace vulnerability. Acknowledging your struggles doesn't make you weak, it makes you honest. Vulnerability creates space for growth, allowing you to address your challenges authentically. It also fosters deeper connections with others, as they see your humanity and feel safe sharing their own struggles. Adversity reminds you of your capacity for transformation. Every challenge you overcome adds to your strength, wisdom, and resilience. You become a different person, not because adversity changed you, but because you chose to grow through it. This transformation is the ultimate gift of hardship, turning pain into purpose and struggle into strength. Through adversity, you gain not only understanding and peace, but also a profound sense of empowerment. Life's challenges may test you, but they also reveal your capacity to rise, thrive, and inspire others to do the same. The growth born from adversity is not just a personal triumph. It's a testament to the unyielding power of the human spirit. Adversity teaches us resilience and reveals our capacity for transformation, but the key to thriving lies in where we draw our strength. External challenges are inevitable, and people's actions will often be beyond your control. To navigate the turbulence of life without losing yourself, you must cultivate a sanctuary within, a place of unshakable calm that no external force can disturb. This sanctuary is not a physical space, but a state of being, built on self-reliance and nurtured through intentional practice. The foundation of an inner sanctuary begins with self-awareness. When you know yourself, your values, strengths, and boundaries, you become less vulnerable to external chaos. Self-awareness allows you to act from a place of clarity rather than reacting impulsively to situations. It helps you discern what truly matters and what can be let go. By regularly reflecting on your thoughts and emotions, you strengthen your connection to your inner self, creating a stable base from which to navigate life. Self-reliance is not about isolating yourself or rejecting help. It's about cultivating the ability to stand strong in your own truth. When you depend less on external validation or approval, you free yourself from the constant pull of others' opinions. This doesn't mean shutting people out. It means interacting with the world from a place of inner strength rather than need. By trusting your judgment and embracing your intuition, you take ownership of your decisions, which builds confidence and fosters inner peace. Establishing healthy boundaries is essential to protecting your sanctuary. Boundaries are not walls, but filters that allow in what aligns with your well-being and keep out what doesn't. Setting boundaries involves being honest with yourself about what you can handle and communicating your needs clearly to others. This practice reinforces self-respect and prevents external chaos from encroaching on your peace. When boundaries are honored, you create space for personal growth and meaningful relationships. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for maintaining your sanctuary. By staying present, you reduce the mental clutter of past regrets and future anxieties. Mindfulness teaches you to focus on the here and now, grounding yourself in the present moment. This practice doesn't eliminate challenges, but helps you approach them with calm and clarity. Each mindful breath strengthens your inner stability, allowing you to face external disruptions without being overwhelmed. Developing emotional resilience is another pillar of your sanctuary. Resilience is the ability to adapt to change and recover from setbacks without losing your sense of self. It requires recognizing that emotions are temporary and that you have the power to choose how you respond to them. Resilience grows through practice, by facing challenges head-on, learning from them, and using those lessons to build a stronger foundation. Each time you rise after a fall, your sanctuary becomes more fortified. Gratitude plays a significant role in protecting your inner peace. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you cultivate a sense of contentment that external chaos cannot shake. Gratitude shifts your perspective, allowing you to see the beauty and abundance in your life, even amidst difficulty. This practice not only enhances your well-being, but also strengthens your ability to remain calm and centered in challenging situations. Developing a daily practice of stillness can help you anchor your sanctuary. Stillness doesn't necessarily mean sitting in silence. It can be any activity that brings you peace, such as journaling, meditating, or walking in nature. These moments of stillness reconnect you with your inner self, offering clarity and renewal. They act as a reset button, helping you return to your sanctuary whenever life feels overwhelming. Cultivating self-compassion is another essential aspect of building your sanctuary. Life is filled with moments of imperfection, and harsh self-criticism only adds to the chaos. By treating yourself with kindness and understanding, you create an environment where growth can flourish. Self-compassion helps you navigate challenges with grace, reminding you that mistakes are part of the journey and not a reflection of your worth. Letting go of what you cannot control is a practice that protects your sanctuary from unnecessary turmoil. Holding on to things beyond your influence, whether it's other people's actions, past events, or future uncertainties, only drains your energy. By focusing on what you can control, you reclaim your power and free yourself from the grip of external chaos. Letting go isn't about apathy. It's about choosing to invest your energy where it will have the greatest impact. Building your sanctuary also involves fostering a sense of purpose. When you have a clear sense of why you do what you do, it becomes easier to navigate the distractions and challenges of life. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding your actions and decisions. It keeps you grounded and motivated, even in the face of setbacks. A strong sense of purpose aligns your actions with your values, reinforcing the foundation of your sanctuary. Strengthening your connection to nature can also deepen your inner sanctuary. Nature's rhythms and simplicity offer a powerful reminder of the beauty and balance that exists in the world. Spending time outdoors helps you reconnect with yourself and find perspective amidst the noise of modern life. Whether it's watching a sunrise, listening to the rustle of leaves, or feeling the earth beneath your feet, these moments of connection nurture your sanctuary and bring a sense of calm. Practicing forgiveness, both for yourself and others, is a transformative way to maintain your sanctuary. Holding on to anger or resentment only weighs you down and disrupts your peace. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful actions. It means releasing their hold on you. By choosing to forgive, you free yourself from the burden of negativity and create space for healing and growth. Forgiveness strengthens your sanctuary by removing emotional barriers that cloud your clarity. Self-discipline is another cornerstone of building your sanctuary. Discipline is the commitment to align your actions with your values and goals, even when it's difficult. This consistency creates a sense of stability and order within, which acts as a buffer against external chaos. Discipline is not about perfection, but about persistence. Each small act of discipline reinforces your sanctuary, proving to yourself that you can rely on your inner strength. The company you keep also influences the strength of your sanctuary. Surrounding yourself with supportive, positive people helps you maintain your peace and resilience. While you can't always avoid negativity, you can choose how much energy you give to it. Cultivating relationships that uplift and inspire you creates an external environment that mirrors the calm and stability of your inner sanctuary. Practicing intentional gratitude for yourself, your efforts, growth, and strengths reinforces the walls of your sanctuary. This is not arrogance, but an acknowledgement of your journey and the work you've put into creating peace within yourself. By celebrating your progress, you remind yourself of your ability to overcome challenges and maintain calm amidst the storm. Protecting your sanctuary also means being mindful of the energy you consume. The media you watch, the conversations you engage in, and the thoughts you entertain all affect your inner peace. Being selective about what you allow into your mental and emotional space helps you maintain the clarity and calm of your sanctuary. This intentionality ensures that your energy is spent on what truly matters. Your sanctuary is not a static place. It evolves with you. Each challenge you face, each lesson you learn, adds to its strength. Building and maintaining this sanctuary requires ongoing effort, but the rewards are profound. It gives you a sense of stability and clarity that no external chaos can shake. It becomes your refuge, your foundation, and your source of strength as you navigate life's complexities. When you nurture your sanctuary, you create a life of resilience, purpose, and unshakable peace. The chaos of the world may never disappear, but within your sanctuary, you find the strength to rise above it and thrive. The inner sanctuary you build protects your peace from the storms of the outside world. But what happens when the chaos isn't external? Envy, subtle yet piercing, often creeps in silently, turning the spotlight on what others have achieved and casting shadows over your own life. It whispers doubts, breeds dissatisfaction, and feeds a cycle of comparison that can drain your confidence and joy. Yet envy, like all emotions, holds potential, not for destruction but for transformation. By shifting its energy, you can turn envy into a powerful tool for self-improvement and growth. Envy arises from a natural desire for progress and recognition. At its core, it reflects an unmet need or an unfulfilled dream. The key to transformation is understanding that the success of others doesn't diminish your worth. Their achievements are not a mirror reflecting what you lack, but a beacon showing what is possible. When you recognize this, envy loses its sting and becomes a motivator, guiding you toward what truly matters. The first step in turning envy into empowerment is awareness. When feelings of envy surface, pause and reflect. What triggered this emotion? Was it someone's career milestone, a relationship, or a personal accomplishment? Pinpointing the source helps you understand what area of your life feels neglected or out of alignment. This awareness isn't about judgment, but about clarity. By identifying the root cause, you can shift your focus from resentment to action. Viewing others' successes as inspiration requires a mindset shift. Instead of thinking, "Why them and not me?" ask yourself, "What can I learn from their journey?" Every success story carries lessons about perseverance, discipline, creativity, or adaptability. Study their paths, and you may uncover strategies or habits you can adopt in your own life. This perspective transforms envy into a tool for growth, turning comparison into curiosity. Setting your own goals is essential to breaking the cycle of envy. When you lack direction, it's easy to measure your life against others' achievements. Defining what success means to you creates a personal roadmap, making it easier to focus on your own progress rather than comparing yourself to others. Your goals don't have to match anyone else's. They just need to reflect your values and aspirations. This clarity brings a sense of purpose, reducing the space for envy to take root. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to envy. When you focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your energy from scarcity to abundance. Take time to acknowledge your own accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude doesn't diminish your ambition. It grounds it, reminding you of the progress you've already made. By appreciating your journey, you create a solid foundation from which to pursue your goals. Envy often thrives on the illusion of perfection. Social media, conversations, and even casual observations rarely show the struggles and sacrifices behind someone's success. Remember that everyone's journey is unique, and what you see is only a fraction of the whole story. Recognizing this reality helps you approach envy with empathy rather than judgment, reminding you that success is rarely as effortless as it appears. Channeling the energy of envy into action transforms it from a negative force into a catalyst for change. Instead of dwelling on what others have, use that energy to pursue your own growth. If someone's fitness journey inspires envy, start small. Take a daily walk, explore a new exercise, or focus on healthier eating habits. If their career success stirs dissatisfaction, reflect on what steps you can take to advance your own path. The key is action, no matter how small. Each step builds momentum, shifting your focus from envy to empowerment. Surrounding yourself with supportive and uplifting people reinforces this transformation. Friends and mentors who celebrate your progress and inspire your growth create an environment where envy has little room to thrive. These connections remind you that success is not a competition, but a shared journey. By building relationships rooted in encouragement and mutual respect, you create a network of support that amplifies your potential. Practicing self-compassion is crucial when working through envy. It's natural to feel inadequate at times, especially when you perceive others as being ahead. But these feelings don't define you. Treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a friend. Acknowledge your efforts, forgive your missteps, and recognize that growth takes time. Self-compassion transforms envy from a source of shame into an opportunity for self-reflection and progress. Learning to celebrate others' successes is another transformative practice. Genuine celebration shifts your focus from comparison to connection. It strengthens relationships and fosters goodwill, creating an atmosphere of mutual encouragement. By celebrating others, you not only uplift them, but also free yourself from the burden of envy. Their success becomes a source of joy rather than a trigger for dissatisfaction. Envy often stems from a fear of scarcity, the belief that there's not enough success, happiness, or opportunity to go around. Challenging this mindset is essential. The world is full of possibilities, and someone else's achievements don't limit your own potential. Shifting from a scarcity mindset to one of abundance opens your eyes to the opportunities around you, reminding you that success is not a finite resource. Taking a break from comparison can also be helpful. Whether it's stepping away from social media or distancing yourself from situations that trigger envy, creating space allows you to refocus on your own journey. This isn't about avoiding reality, but about giving yourself room to breathe, reflect, and realign. In this space, you can reconnect with your goals and values, strengthening your sense of purpose and direction. Learning from setbacks is an essential part of turning envy into empowerment. Everyone faces obstacles, and failure is often a stepping stone to success. Instead of comparing yourself to someone's achievements, consider what lessons you can draw from your own experiences. Each challenge you overcome adds to your strength and resilience, building a foundation for future success. By embracing your journey, you shift your focus from what others have accomplished to what you're capable of achieving. Celebrating progress, no matter how small, keeps you motivated and focused. Each step you take toward your goals is a victory worth acknowledging. By celebrating these moments, you create a positive cycle of reinforcement that propels you forward. This practice helps you stay engaged with your own journey, reducing the temptation to compare yourself to others. Envy can also be a signal to realign your priorities. If you find yourself consistently envying a particular aspect of someone's life, it may indicate an area where you feel unfulfilled. Use this awareness to reflect on what changes you can make to bring more satisfaction into your life. Whether it's pursuing a passion, deepening a relationship, or exploring a new opportunity, taking action brings you closer to the life you want to live. Developing a growth mindset is another powerful tool in transforming envy. This mindset recognizes that abilities and achievements are not fixed, but can be developed through effort and perseverance. When you view success as a result of hard work rather than innate talent, you shift your focus from comparison to inspiration. A growth mindset encourages you to see others' achievements as proof of what's possible, motivating you to pursue your own goals with determination. Patience is an often overlooked aspect of turning envy into empowerment. Growth takes time, and success is rarely instant. Embracing patience allows you to stay committed to your journey without being discouraged by the pace of others. It reminds you that progress is not always linear, and that each step, no matter how small, contributes to your ultimate goal. Patience fosters resilience, helping you stay focused and motivated even when the path feels challenging. Turning envy into empowerment is not about eliminating the emotion, but about transforming it. When you view envy as a teacher rather than an enemy, it becomes a source of insight and motivation. By shifting your perspective, taking action, and focusing on your own growth, you harness its energy for good. Each time you choose empowerment over comparison, you strengthen your confidence, deepen your self-awareness, and move closer to the life you aspire to live. The journey is yours, and the possibilities are endless. Turning envy into empowerment reveals the power of shifting perspective, choosing growth over comparison, and taking control of your narrative. But not all struggles stem from external desires or perceived inadequacies. Often the greatest tension comes from an internal battle against reality itself. Resistance to what is can trap you in cycles of frustration and suffering, while acceptance holds the key to freedom. Embracing life as it unfolds is not about resignation, but about finding peace in the present, no matter the circumstances. Acceptance begins with understanding that life is inherently unpredictable. Trying to control every aspect of it is like attempting to hold water in your hands. No matter how tightly you grip, it slips through your fingers. This resistance to life's natural flow creates suffering because it fights against what is already happening. Acceptance doesn't mean you approve of every situation, but it allows you to stop struggling against the inevitable. In doing so, you conserve your energy for meaningful action. At the heart of acceptance is clarity. When you resist, emotions like anger, frustration, or disappointment cloud your judgment. Acceptance clears this haze, helping you see situations for what they truly are. This clarity empowers you to make thoughtful decisions rather than impulsive reactions. It's not about giving up control entirely, but about recognizing what you can influence and letting go of what you cannot. One of the most profound aspects of acceptance is its ability to ease emotional pain. When you resist difficult emotions, you often amplify their intensity, creating a feedback loop of discomfort. By accepting your feelings without judgment, you allow them to flow through you, reducing their hold over your mind and body. This practice doesn't eliminate pain, but transforms your relationship with it, making it more manageable. Acceptance also fosters patience. Life rarely unfolds according to our timelines, and resisting delays or setbacks only creates unnecessary stress. Patience, rooted in acceptance, allows you to move through life with greater ease, trusting that progress will come in its own time. This mindset doesn't mean passivity. It means staying present and engaged without being consumed by frustration or urgency. The act of letting go is central to acceptance. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or ignoring what has happened. It means releasing the grip of expectations, regrets, or outcomes that no longer serve you. Whether it's a past mistake, a broken relationship, or an unmet goal, letting go creates space for growth and renewal. It allows you to move forward unburdened by the weight of what cannot be changed. Acceptance also nurtures resilience. Life's challenges, while difficult, are opportunities to grow stronger. Resisting these challenges often prolongs the struggle, but accepting them as part of your journey builds the mental and emotional strength to persevere. Resilience doesn't mean you don't feel pain. It means you learn to navigate it with grace and determination, emerging more capable on the other side. One of the misconceptions about acceptance is that it equates to passivity or complacency. In truth, acceptance is an active process. It requires courage to face reality, strength to let go of what's out of your control, and wisdom to focus on what truly matters. Acceptance frees you from the mental chains of resistance, enabling you to channel your energy into constructive action rather than futile struggle. Gratitude is a powerful complement to acceptance. When you focus on what is good in your life, even in difficult times, you reinforce a mindset of appreciation rather than resistance. Gratitude doesn't deny the existence of challenges. It shifts your attention to what brings you strength and joy, creating a foundation of positivity that supports acceptance. Acceptance also transforms relationships. When you stop resisting others' behaviors or trying to change them, you create space for understanding and connection. This doesn't mean tolerating harm or unhealthy dynamics. It means approaching relationships with empathy rather than control. Accepting people as they are fosters mutual respect and paves the way for genuine growth. Mindfulness is a valuable practice for cultivating acceptance. By staying present, you learn to experience life moment by moment without attaching to judgments or expectations. Mindfulness trains your mind to observe rather than react, helping you embrace reality as it unfolds. This practice strengthens your ability to let go of resistance and find peace in the present. Acceptance also enhances self-compassion. Many people resist their own imperfections, holding themselves to impossible standards and creating cycles of guilt or shame. By accepting yourself fully, including your flaws and mistakes, you foster a sense of inner peace and self-respect. Self-compassion reminds you that you are worthy of kindness, even as you strive for growth. The practice of acceptance extends to the natural flow of life. Seasons change, people come and go, and circumstances evolve. Resisting these changes creates tension, but embracing them as part of life's rhythm allows you to adapt and thrive. Acceptance of impermanence doesn't diminish the value of what you love. It deepens your appreciation for it, while preparing you for the inevitable shifts that life brings. Acceptance also aligns with the principle of non-attachment. When you cling to specific outcomes, possessions, or relationships, you set yourself up for disappointment. Non-attachment doesn't mean detachment or indifference. It means finding joy and fulfillment in the present while remaining open to change. This mindset fosters a sense of freedom, reducing the suffering that comes from resisting life's uncertainties. Incorporating acceptance into your daily life requires consistent effort. Start small. Acknowledge a minor inconvenience without frustration, or accept a change in plans with grace. These moments build your capacity for acceptance, preparing you for larger challenges. Over time, this practice becomes second nature, transforming how you experience life. Acceptance also empowers you to focus on solutions rather than problems. When you resist a situation, you often become stuck in the frustration of what's wrong. Acceptance shifts your attention to what can be done, fostering creativity and problem-solving. This proactive approach not only reduces stress, but also increases your sense of agency and control. Through acceptance, you develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. You begin to see life not as something to be controlled, but as a journey to be experienced. This perspective cultivates a sense of peace and gratitude, even in the face of difficulty. Acceptance doesn't eliminate challenges, but it changes how you respond to them, transforming resistance into resilience and suffering into strength. As you embrace acceptance, you discover a profound truth. Peace is not found in perfect circumstances, but in your ability to flow with life as it is. This realization frees you from the grip of resistance, allowing you to live with greater ease, purpose, and joy. Through acceptance, you find the strength to let go, the clarity to move forward, and the wisdom to embrace the beauty of the present moment. Acceptance teaches the art of releasing resistance, opening the door to inner peace and resilience. But peace isn't found in isolation from the world around us. It is deeply connected to the rhythms of life itself. Nature offers a profound lesson in harmony, a quiet wisdom that shows how to flow with change, embrace simplicity, and find balance. Aligning with these natural rhythms doesn't just bring clarity, it nurtures a sense of calm that transforms how you navigate life's complexities. Nature exists without resistance. Rivers flow around obstacles, trees sway with the wind, and seasons change without hesitation. Observing these patterns reminds us that life, like nature, is ever-changing. Resistance to this flow creates tension, while aligning with it fosters ease. By embracing the impermanence of life as nature does, you begin to see change not as a threat, but as a natural part of existence. This mindset helps you let go of control and find peace in the unfolding of life's events. Time spent in nature reconnects you with simplicity. The natural world operates without the clutter of modern life. There are no endless notifications, no overfilled schedules. This simplicity creates space for reflection and renewal. Walking through a forest, feeling the earth beneath your feet, or listening to the sound of birds brings you back to the present moment, reminding you that life's beauty lies in its simplest forms. These experiences ground you, reducing stress and sharpening your awareness. Nature also teaches patience. Seeds take time to grow, flowers bloom in their own season, and the sun rises and sets without haste. Aligning with this rhythm fosters a deeper appreciation for the process of growth. It reminds you that progress doesn't have to be rushed, and that every phase of life has its purpose. This patience allows you to approach challenges with calm and trust, knowing that just as winter gives way to spring, difficulties will pass in their own time. Living in harmony with nature encourages adaptability. Just as animals adjust to changing environments and plants bend toward sunlight, you can learn to adapt to life's shifts. Flexibility doesn't mean losing your identity. It means finding ways to thrive within new circumstances. This adaptability strengthens your resilience, allowing you to face uncertainty with confidence and curiosity rather than fear. Nature also invites you to slow down. The fast-paced demands of modern life often pull you away from your natural rhythm, leaving you exhausted and disconnected. By aligning with nature, you learn to honor cycles of rest and activity. The body, like the earth, needs balance, time to work, time to play, and time to restore. Respecting this balance improves not only your physical health, but also your mental clarity and emotional well-being. Drawing peace from nature requires observation. Pay attention to the way sunlight filters through trees, the sound of rain on a rooftop, or the stillness of a starry night. These moments of awareness heighten your connection to the present, cultivating mindfulness. This practice doesn't require a remote wilderness. Even a city park or a quiet corner of your garden can offer opportunities to connect with nature's rhythm. Nature's cycles also remind you of the power of letting go. Trees shed their leaves in autumn without regret, trusting that new growth will come. This process mirrors the importance of releasing what no longer serves you, whether it's outdated beliefs, toxic relationships, or unmet expectations. Letting go creates space for renewal, just as the bare branches of winter prepare for spring's blossoms. Living in harmony with nature fosters gratitude. Witnessing a sunrise, feeling the warmth of the sun, or tasting fresh fruit reminds you of the abundance life offers. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to appreciation, nurturing a sense of contentment that is unaffected by external pressures. This mindset helps you approach life with joy and presence, finding fulfillment in the everyday. Connecting with nature also deepens your sense of interconnectedness. The air you breathe, the food you eat, and the water you drink are all gifts from the natural world. This awareness fosters a sense of responsibility and respect for the environment. Caring for nature becomes an extension of caring for yourself, reinforcing the understanding that your well-being is intricately tied to the health of the planet. Nature inspires creativity. The patterns of leaves, the colors of a sunset, or the flow of a river ignite imagination and innovation. When you align with nature's rhythm, you tap into this creative energy, finding solutions and ideas that might elude you in the noise of daily life. Creativity born from this connection is not just productive, it's deeply fulfilling, as it stems from a place of balance and harmony. Aligning with nature also strengthens your intuition. Animals rely on instinct to navigate their world, and humans are no different. Spending time in nature helps you tune into this inner guidance, sharpening your ability to make decisions that align with your values and goals. Intuition thrives in stillness, and nature provides the perfect backdrop for listening to your inner voice. Respecting nature's flow cultivates humility. The vastness of the ocean, the height of mountains, and the age of ancient trees remind you of your place in the larger tapestry of life. This perspective doesn't diminish your significance, it enriches it, showing you that you are part of something much greater. Humility born from this understanding encourages compassion, curiosity, and a willingness to learn. Nature also teaches you to embrace imperfection. No two snowflakes are identical, and no flower blooms without blemish. This diversity is what makes the natural world beautiful. Accepting these imperfections in nature helps you extend the same grace to yourself and others, reducing judgment and fostering self-compassion. This mindset nurtures peace by shifting your focus from flaws to the unique beauty of each moment. The lessons of nature are accessible to everyone, regardless of location or lifestyle. You don't need to hike mountains or camp in remote forests to align with its rhythm. Small, consistent practices, like watching the clouds, tending to a plant, or feeling the wind on your face, bring you closer to the flow of life. These moments are not distractions. They are reminders of what truly matters. Aligning with nature's rhythm is not about escape. It's about integration. It's about bringing the wisdom of the natural world into your daily life, using its lessons to navigate challenges, find balance, and cultivate joy. By living in harmony with nature, you draw strength from its simplicity, clarity from its cycles, and peace from its enduring flow. This connection becomes a guiding force, grounding you in the present and inspiring you to thrive. Living in harmony with nature teaches the value of simplicity, patience, and connection, but true balance extends beyond the natural world. It is rooted in the choices you make every day. The way you treat others, honor your commitments, and align your actions with your values directly shapes the peace you experience within and the harmony you create in the world around you. Ethical living is not a rigid set of rules. It's a path to integrity, clarity, and fulfillment. Ethical living begins with self-awareness. Understanding your values and beliefs is the foundation for making choices that align with them. When your actions reflect your core principles, you create a sense of coherence within yourself. This alignment eliminates the inner conflict that arises when you act against what you believe is right. Living authentically in this way fosters a profound sense of peace, as there is no gap between who you are and how you behave. Integrity is the heart of ethical living. It means being honest, trustworthy, and consistent in your actions, even when no one is watching. Integrity builds confidence because you know you are true to yourself. It also creates trust in relationships, as people come to rely on your sincerity and dependability. Integrity isn't always easy, especially when faced with temptation or pressure. But choosing to act with honesty strengthens your character and reinforces your sense of self-respect. Practicing kindness is a powerful way to cultivate ethical living. Small acts of generosity, compassion, and understanding ripple outward, creating positive change not only in your life, but also in the lives of others. Kindness doesn't require grand gestures. It's found in simple moments, like listening without judgment or offering help without expectation. Each act of kindness strengthens your connection to others and reinforces your belief in the goodness of humanity. Respecting others is another key aspect of ethical living. This means acknowledging their dignity, valuing their opinions, and treating them with fairness. Respect doesn't require agreement. It requires empathy and an open mind. By respecting others, you create an environment of mutual understanding and collaboration. This practice reduces conflict and builds bridges, fostering a sense of community and shared purpose. Ethical living also involves taking responsibility for your actions. When you make a mistake, acknowledging it and making amends demonstrates accountability and humility. Owning your actions builds trust and prevents resentment from lingering in relationships. Taking responsibility is not about self-blame. It's about recognizing your role in a situation and choosing to learn from it. This practice strengthens your character and encourages growth. Mindfulness is a valuable tool in practicing ethical living. By staying present, you become more aware of the impact of your choices on yourself and others. Mindfulness helps you pause before acting, allowing you to consider whether your actions align with your values. This awareness reduces impulsive reactions and fosters thoughtful decision-making, ensuring that your choices contribute to harmony rather than discord. Ethical living extends to how you treat the environment. Caring for the planet is an expression of respect for the interconnectedness of all life. Simple actions like reducing waste, conserving resources, and supporting sustainable practices reflect your commitment to something greater than yourself. These choices not only protect the Earth, but also instill a sense of purpose and responsibility, reminding you of your role in the larger web of life. Gratitude plays a significant role in ethical living. When you appreciate what you have, you are less likely to take more than you need or act out of greed. Gratitude shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance, fostering a mindset of sharing and generosity. By recognizing the contributions of others and the resources you benefit from, you cultivate humility and a deeper sense of connection. Practicing fairness is another cornerstone of ethical living. Treating others with equity and justice creates an atmosphere of trust and mutual respect. Fairness means considering the needs and perspectives of others, not just your own. This practice builds stronger relationships and contributes to a sense of collective well-being. Fairness doesn't mean avoiding conflict. It means addressing disagreements with honesty and a willingness to find solutions that respect everyone involved. Setting boundaries is an essential part of ethical living. Boundaries protect your energy and ensure that you're acting from a place of integrity rather than obligation or resentment. When you set boundaries, you communicate your needs clearly and respectfully, creating healthier relationships. Boundaries also prevent burnout, allowing you to give to others without sacrificing your own well-being. Ethical living also involves standing up for what you believe in, speaking out against injustice, advocating for those who cannot, and acting in alignment with your values require courage. This practice strengthens your sense of purpose and reinforces your commitment to creating a better world. Advocacy doesn't have to be loud or confrontational. It can be found in quiet acts of support, thoughtful conversations, or leading by example. Forgiveness is a profound aspect of ethical living. Holding on to anger or resentment harms you as much as it harms the relationship. Forgiving doesn't mean condoning hurtful actions. It means releasing their grip on you. Forgiveness fosters healing and paves the way for reconciliation, strengthening your inner peace and allowing you to move forward without the weight of unresolved conflict. Simplicity is a principle that supports ethical living. When you prioritize what truly matters, relationships, well-being, and personal growth, you reduce the distractions and excess that complicate life. Simplicity helps you focus on meaningful actions and decisions, aligning your life with your values. This practice creates space for reflection, connection, and joy, reducing the stress of unnecessary complications. Practicing gratitude for yourself is just as important as expressing it to others. Acknowledging your efforts, growth, and contributions reinforces your commitment to living ethically. Self-gratitude builds confidence and reminds you of your capacity to make a positive impact. It encourages you to continue striving for integrity and balance, even when challenges arise. Ethical living also includes being mindful of the energy you bring into interactions. Approaching conversations with patience, openness, and positivity sets the tone for meaningful connections. This practice reduces misunderstandings and fosters an atmosphere of mutual respect. The energy you project influences not only your relationships, but also your own sense of peace and fulfillment. Choosing ethical living doesn't mean striving for perfection. Mistakes are inevitable, and the path to integrity is not always straightforward. What matters is your intention and effort. Each step you take toward aligning your actions with your values strengthens your character and deepens your sense of purpose. Ethical living is a journey, not a destination, and it's one that brings lasting peace and fulfillment. By practicing ethical living, you create a life that reflects your deepest values and aspirations. This alignment brings clarity, confidence, and connection, allowing you to navigate the complexities of life with grace and purpose. The harmony you foster within yourself radiates outward, contributing to a world that is kinder, more just, and more compassionate. Living ethically brings clarity and alignment to your life, creating a foundation for peace and purpose. But even when your actions reflect your values, the weight of challenges and daily stress can sometimes cloud your sense of fulfillment. Gratitude, a quiet yet transformative practice, shifts your focus from what is missing to what is present, unveiling the abundance that already surrounds you. It is not just a fleeting emotion, but a mindset that reshapes how you perceive and experience life. Gratitude begins with awareness. In the rush of daily life, it's easy to overlook the blessings that are woven into each moment, the warmth of sunlight, the kindness of a friend, or the satisfaction of a meal. Taking a moment to notice these small details opens your eyes to the richness of life. Gratitude doesn't demand perfection. It thrives in imperfection, helping you find beauty even in life's challenges. By consciously acknowledging what you have, you redirect your energy from scarcity to appreciation. One of the most profound aspects of gratitude is its ability to shift your perspective. When you focus on what you lack, your mind reinforces a narrative of insufficiency. Gratitude interrupts this cycle, reminding you of the abundance that exists in your relationships, environment, and personal growth. This shift doesn't mean ignoring difficulties, it means balancing them with an awareness of what is good. Gratitude doesn't erase challenges, but it provides the strength to face them with resilience. Practicing gratitude creates a ripple effect in your interactions. Expressing thanks to others strengthens connections, fostering trust and mutual appreciation. A heartfelt thank you can transform a simple moment into a meaningful exchange. Gratitude reminds people that their efforts are valued, deepening bonds and encouraging kindness. It creates an atmosphere of positivity where generosity and goodwill thrive. Gratitude also nurtures emotional well-being. Studies have shown that regular gratitude practices reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. When you focus on what you're grateful for, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, chemicals that boost mood and create a sense of calm. Gratitude is a powerful tool for emotional regulation, helping you navigate life's ups and downs with greater ease. Integrating gratitude into your daily routine can be as simple as pausing to reflect on 3 things you appreciate each day. These moments of reflection anchor you in the present, drawing your attention away from worries about the future or regrets about the past. Gratitude grounds you, offering a sense of stability and peace amidst uncertainty. Over time, this practice rewires your brain to naturally notice and savor positive experiences. Gratitude extends beyond material possessions to encompass experiences and lessons. A challenging situation, while difficult in the moment, may teach you resilience or reveal unexpected opportunities. By viewing obstacles through a lens of gratitude, you transform them from sources of frustration to catalysts for growth. This mindset encourages curiosity and openness, helping you embrace life's complexities with grace. Practicing gratitude doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as writing a note of appreciation, sharing kind words, or silently acknowledging the beauty of a moment. Small acts of gratitude accumulate, creating a habit that permeates your thoughts and actions. This consistency deepens your sense of abundance, making gratitude an integral part of how you engage with the world. Gratitude also strengthens your sense of purpose. When you appreciate the opportunities, relationships, and experiences in your life, you feel a greater connection to your goals and aspirations. Gratitude reinforces your commitment to what truly matters, helping you navigate distractions and setbacks with focus and determination. It aligns your actions with your values, enhancing both your inner peace and outward impact. One of the most transformative aspects of gratitude is its ability to cultivate self-compassion. Acknowledging your own efforts, strengths, and progress fosters a positive relationship with yourself. Gratitude for your journey, including its imperfections, allows you to approach personal growth with kindness rather than criticism. This self-compassion nurtures resilience, empowering you to persevere even when challenges arise. Gratitude deepens your connection to the present moment. Life's pace often pulls you toward what's next, but gratitude draws you back to what is. By focusing on the here and now, you fully experience life's richness. This presence enhances your relationships as you engage more deeply with others and enriches your experiences as you savor them more fully. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones by revealing their hidden beauty. Gratitude also fosters humility. It reminds you that much of what you appreciate, whether it's the love of a friend, the support of a community, or the gift of good health, comes from sources beyond yourself. This recognition deepens your sense of connection and responsibility, inspiring you to contribute to the well-being of others. Humility born from gratitude strengthens relationships and enhances your sense of belonging. When you practice gratitude, you also develop patience. Life doesn't always unfold according to your plans, and gratitude helps you trust in its timing. Appreciating what you have now, rather than longing for what you lack, creates a sense of contentment that steadies you during periods of uncertainty. This patience reduces stress and cultivates a sense of peace, allowing you to navigate life's transitions with grace. Gratitude transforms how you view setbacks. Instead of dwelling on what went wrong, gratitude encourages you to find lessons and opportunities in the experience. This perspective fosters resilience as you focus on what you've gained rather than what you've lost. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, but integrates it into a broader understanding of growth and possibility. In relationships, gratitude acts as a bridge. Expressing appreciation strengthens connections, deepens trust, and fosters mutual respect. Gratitude reminds others of their value, creating an environment of support and positivity. When both parties practice gratitude, relationships become more harmonious and fulfilling, as each person feels seen and appreciated. Gratitude also inspires action. When you recognize the abundance in your life, you're more inclined to share it with others. This generosity doesn't have to be material. It can be time, attention, or encouragement. Gratitude motivates you to give back, creating a cycle of kindness that benefits both the giver and the receiver. This cycle reinforces your sense of purpose and enhances your overall well-being. Practicing gratitude shifts your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you see the richness of what's present. This abundance mindset reduces envy and competition, fostering contentment and collaboration. Gratitude reminds you that life is not a zero-sum game. There is enough joy, success, and fulfillment for everyone. Gratitude is not limited to joyful moments. It can also be found in hardship. Acknowledging the strength, lessons, or support that emerge from difficult times transforms how you experience adversity. Gratitude helps you find meaning in struggle, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. This resilience strengthens your ability to navigate life's complexities with courage and optimism. As gratitude becomes a daily practice, it rewires your perspective. Over time, you naturally notice and appreciate the good in your life, even amidst challenges. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, enhancing your sense of peace, connection, and joy. It is a simple yet powerful practice that transforms not just your thoughts, but your entire experience of life. Through gratitude, you uncover the richness of the present moment and the abundance that has always been within your reach. Gratitude teaches us to appreciate the present, finding abundance in what already exists. Yet, even with gratitude, the human tendency to cling to control often disrupts the peace we seek. The need to dictate outcomes, plan every detail, and resist uncertainty creates tension that robs the joy from the journey. Trusting the process, on the other hand, offers a liberating alternative, a way to flow with life rather than fight against it. Letting go of attachment to specific outcomes is not a surrender to chaos, but a pathway to freedom and inner calm. The practice of trusting the process begins with acceptance. Life is inherently uncertain, and no amount of planning or effort can guarantee specific results. Resisting this truth only amplifies stress, while embracing it opens the door to peace. Acceptance doesn't mean passivity. It means recognizing the limits of control and focusing your energy on what truly matters. By accepting that outcomes are often beyond your influence, you free yourself from the constant pressure to predict and perfect. Releasing control requires faith, not necessarily in a religious sense, but in the belief that life's unfolding has its own wisdom. This faith grows when you reflect on past experiences. Think of times when things didn't go as planned, yet turned out better than expected. Trusting the process invites you to see challenges as part of a greater pattern, one that may not be clear in the moment, but often reveals itself over time. Letting go of attachment to specific outcomes also nurtures resilience. When you tie your happiness to a particular result, any deviation can feel like failure. But when you trust the process, setbacks become opportunities to adapt and grow. This mindset doesn't eliminate disappointment, but transforms it into a stepping stone rather than a stumbling block. Resilience thrives when you trust that each twist and turn has something to teach. Focusing on the present moment is a cornerstone of trusting the process. When you're fixated on future outcomes, you miss the richness of what's happening now. By fully engaging with the present, you create a foundation for meaningful action and deeper connection. Trusting the process reminds you that the journey itself holds value, independent of the destination. Letting go of control also reduces anxiety. The desire to predict and manage every detail often stems from fear of the unknown. Trusting the process shifts your focus from what might go wrong to what is unfolding in real time. This shift quiets the mind, replacing worry with curiosity. Instead of fearing uncertainty, you learn to embrace it as an integral part of life's rhythm. This practice also fosters creativity. When you release rigid expectations, you create space for new ideas and perspectives to emerge. Trusting the process allows you to approach challenges with openness, exploring solutions you might have overlooked. Creativity flourishes when you're not bound by the need for a specific outcome, but are instead guided by curiosity and possibility. Trusting the process is deeply connected to patience. Growth, healing, and success often take time, and rushing the journey can lead to frustration. Patience is not just about waiting, it's about allowing. It's about giving yourself and the world around you the time needed to evolve naturally. Trusting the process teaches you that good things often unfold in their own season, rewarding those who wait with grace. Letting go of attachment also enhances your relationships. When you try to control others, whether through expectations, advice, or behavior, you create tension and distance. Trusting the process in relationships means allowing others the freedom to be themselves and navigate their own paths. This doesn't mean tolerating harmful behavior. It means respecting their autonomy and trusting in the strength of your connection. This practice also deepens your self-compassion. When you hold yourself to rigid standards or outcomes, you often become your harshest critic. Trusting the process reminds you that life is not a straight line, and neither is growth. By releasing unrealistic expectations, you create space to acknowledge your efforts, forgive your missteps, and celebrate your progress. Trusting the process encourages gratitude for uncertainty. While it may seem counterintuitive, uncertainty holds endless possibilities. When you let go of needing to know exactly how things will unfold, you open yourself to surprises, serendipity, and opportunities you might never have anticipated. This mindset transforms the unknown from a source of fear into a wellspring of potential. Letting go of control also fosters humility. It reminds you that you are part of a much larger picture, one that cannot always be understood or predicted. This perspective doesn't diminish your significance, but enriches it, showing you the beauty of being interconnected with forces beyond yourself. Humility born from trusting the process nurtures gratitude, patience, and a deeper sense of peace. Trusting the process helps you find balance. When you're consumed by the need to control, you often neglect rest, reflection, and renewal. Letting go allows you to step back, recalibrate, and approach life with a sense of equilibrium. This balance enhances your well-being, ensuring that you're not just moving forward, but doing so with intention and clarity. This practice also strengthens your intuition. When you stop trying to control every outcome, you become more attuned to your inner guidance. Intuition thrives in stillness, helping you make decisions that align with your values and goals. Trusting the process teaches you to listen to this inner voice, finding clarity even amidst uncertainty. Letting go of attachment doesn't mean abandoning effort. It means detaching from the need for a specific result. Effort guided by trust is purposeful and steady, free from the weight of perfectionism. This balance between action and acceptance allows you to engage fully in your pursuits without being consumed by them. It's not about doing less, it's about doing with intention. Trusting the process also fosters gratitude for the journey. When you're fixated on outcomes, you often overlook the growth, connection and joy that occur along the way. Trusting the process brings you back to the present, where life is unfolding in real time. This gratitude deepens your sense of fulfillment, reminding you that every step holds value, regardless of the destination. This practice is not about abandoning dreams or goals, but about approaching them with flexibility. When plans shift or outcomes differ from expectations, trusting the process helps you adapt without losing sight of your purpose. Flexibility ensures that you remain open to new opportunities and insights, enriching your journey with possibilities you might have otherwise missed. Through trust, you develop a deeper connection to yourself and the world around you. You learn to flow with life's rhythm rather than fighting against it, finding strength in surrender and freedom in letting go. Trusting the process is not about giving up. It's about giving in to the wisdom of life itself. It teaches you that peace is not found in control, but in the courage to embrace the unknown. Trusting the process teaches us to let go of rigid control, opening a path to freedom and peace. Nowhere is this lesson more profound than in relationships. Love, when entangled with control and expectation, often becomes a source of tension and frustration. Yet love, in its purest form, thrives on freedom. Releasing attachment and letting go of expectations in relationships allows connections to flourish authentically, creating bonds rooted in trust, respect, and genuine care. Non-attachment in relationships begins with self-awareness. Many expectations stem from unspoken fears, insecurities, or unmet needs. When you rely on others to fill these voids, you unintentionally place undue pressure on the relationship. Recognizing these patterns helps you separate personal growth from the role your loved ones play in your life. Non-attachment doesn't mean detachment or indifference. It means understanding that your fulfillment comes from within, not from someone else's actions or approval. Love without control is rooted in acceptance. When you let go of the need to change or mold someone, you allow them to be their authentic self. This acceptance fosters trust and safety, creating a foundation where both people can grow. Trying to control or shape someone often stems from a desire to protect them or ensure the relationship's success, but it can stifle individuality and breed resentment. Non-attachment honors the uniqueness of each person, nurturing a connection built on mutual respect. Letting go of expectations allows you to experience relationships in the present moment. When you focus on what someone should do or how a relationship should be, you miss the beauty of what is already there. Releasing these expectations helps you see your loved ones more clearly, appreciating their qualities and contributions without the filter of unmet ideals. This presence strengthens your bond, as it shows genuine appreciation and attentiveness. Non-attachment also reduces conflict. Many arguments arise from unmet expectations or attempts to control how someone behaves. By releasing the need for control, you approach disagreements with openness and empathy rather than frustration. This mindset fosters understanding and collaboration, helping you resolve differences in a way that strengthens the relationship rather than damaging it. Non-attachment shifts the focus from winning an argument to finding mutual growth. Practicing non-attachment encourages emotional independence. In healthy relationships, each person maintains their individuality while sharing a deep connection. When you release the expectation that someone else should meet all your emotional needs, you free both yourself and your partner from the weight of unrealistic demands. Emotional independence creates space for self-discovery and personal growth, enriching the relationship by bringing two whole individuals together. Non-attachment also enhances communication. When you are not tied to specific outcomes, you approach conversations with curiosity rather than judgment. This openness encourages honest dialogue, where both people feel heard and valued. Effective communication builds trust, as it allows you to address challenges and celebrate successes without the burden of control or fear of disappointment. Releasing control in relationships doesn't mean avoiding boundaries. Boundaries are an essential aspect of non-attachment, as they ensure that both people feel respected and secure. Setting boundaries helps you express your needs and values clearly, fostering a relationship dynamic that is both free and balanced. Boundaries are not about restriction, but about creating a framework where love and respect can thrive. Non-attachment fosters gratitude in relationships. When you let go of the need for someone to meet specific expectations, you become more attuned to what they already bring into your life. This gratitude deepens your connection, as it shifts the focus from what's lacking to what's present. Expressing appreciation for your loved ones strengthens the bond and encourages mutual acts of kindness and care. This practice also nurtures resilience in relationships. Life's challenges often test connections, but non-attachment allows you to face these difficulties together without being weighed down by fear or frustration. By focusing on mutual support rather than control, you build a partnership that can adapt to change and grow stronger through adversity. Resilience thrives when both people feel free to navigate challenges authentically, knowing they're supported without conditions. Non-attachment encourages you to celebrate your partner's individuality. When you release the desire to control or dictate their choices, you create space for them to pursue their passions and aspirations. This celebration of individuality enriches the relationship, as it fosters mutual respect and admiration. It also strengthens your connection, as both people feel valued for who they truly are, rather than who they are expected to be. Letting go of attachment also reduces jealousy. Jealousy often stems from fear of losing someone, fear of being replaced, or fear of not being enough. Non-attachment reminds you that love is not a possession, but a shared experience. Trusting in the strength of your bond and allowing your partner the freedom to navigate their world reduces jealousy, replacing it with confidence and peace. This practice teaches the power of presence. Non-attachment helps you engage fully with your loved ones, free from distractions or worries about the future. When you are present, your interactions become more meaningful and genuine, deepening the connection. Presence shows your loved ones that they matter, reinforcing the foundation of trust and care that sustains the relationship. Non-attachment also fosters forgiveness. Holding on to grudges or expecting someone to behave perfectly creates tension and distance. By letting go of these attachments, you open the door to understanding and reconciliation. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful actions, but releasing their hold on you. This practice strengthens the relationship as it prioritizes healing and growth over blame. Practicing non-attachment helps you navigate the natural ebb and flow of relationships. Love evolves over time, and clinging to a specific version of a relationship can prevent it from growing. Non-attachment allows you to embrace these changes, trusting that the connection will adapt and deepen in new ways. This flexibility fosters a lasting bond, as it prioritizes the essence of the relationship over its form. By letting go of expectations, you also create space for surprise and discovery. When you release the need to predict or control how a relationship unfolds, you open yourself to the joy of unexpected moments. These surprises bring fresh energy into the connection, reminding you of the beauty of spontaneity and the richness of shared experiences. Non-attachment deepens your capacity for unconditional love. Conditional love, rooted in expectations and control, often falters when those conditions are unmet. Unconditional love, however, thrives in freedom. It is a love that accepts, supports, and celebrates without requiring anything in return. This love strengthens both the relationship and your own sense of fulfillment, as it is rooted in authenticity rather than need. In embracing non-attachment, you discover the profound truth that love is not about holding on, but about letting be. It is about creating a space where connection thrives naturally, free from the constraints of control and expectation. Non-attachment doesn't diminish love. It enriches it, allowing both people to grow, thrive, and connect in ways that are deeply meaningful and enduring. Non-attachment in relationships teaches the freedom of love without control, revealing the beauty of connection rooted in authenticity and trust. But even in relationships built on understanding, the world's chaos can creep in, testing your clarity and resilience. Silence, a powerful yet often underestimated tool, becomes a refuge, a shield against the noise that threatens to overwhelm. In stillness, you find not just an escape, but a profound source of clarity and strength, allowing you to face life's challenges with wisdom and composure. Silence holds a transformative power. In a world dominated by constant stimulation and relentless activity, stillness becomes a sacred space where your mind can rest and realign. Silence is not emptiness, it is presence. It creates a pause, a moment to step back and observe rather than react. This pause grants you the ability to see situations more clearly, free from the emotional fog that chaos often brings. Clarity arises in silence because it removes distractions. Without the noise of opinions, judgments, and external pressures, you reconnect with your own thoughts and feelings. This reconnection strengthens self-awareness, helping you identify what truly matters and what is merely noise. By turning inward, you access a depth of understanding that is often hidden in the busyness of daily life. Silence becomes a space where truth emerges, unobstructed and pure. Stillness also fosters emotional regulation. When life feels overwhelming, the instinct to react quickly can lead to impulsive decisions and heightened tension. Silence creates a buffer between stimulus and response, giving you time to process and choose your actions wisely. This deliberate response, rooted in clarity, reduces the likelihood of conflict and enhances your ability to navigate challenges with grace. In moments of stillness, you reconnect with your breath. The simple act of paying attention to your breathing grounds you in the present and calms your nervous system. Each breath becomes an anchor, pulling you back from the chaos of external events to the stability within. This practice not only reduces stress, but also sharpens your focus, allowing you to approach challenges with a composed mind and steady heart. Silence is also a gateway to creativity. In the quiet, your mind has the freedom to explore, imagine, and innovate without the constraints of external expectations. Many of history's greatest ideas were born in solitude, where the absence of noise allowed inspiration to flourish. By embracing moments of silence, you nurture your creative potential, discovering solutions and perspectives that might otherwise remain hidden. Stillness cultivates patience. In silence, you learn to sit with discomfort, uncertainty, and unanswered questions without rushing to resolve them. This practice strengthens your ability to tolerate ambiguity, fostering resilience in the face of life's unpredictability. Patience born from silence is not passive, it is active, a deliberate choice to trust the process and allow things to unfold in their own time. Silence also deepens your connection with others. In conversations, moments of stillness create space for genuine listening. When you resist the urge to fill every pause with words, you demonstrate attentiveness and respect. This presence strengthens relationships, as it allows both parties to feel seen and heard. Silence, when shared, becomes a bridge that fosters mutual understanding and trust. Using silence as a shield against chaos doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means approaching them with intention. Stillness provides the clarity to distinguish between what requires action and what can be released. This discernment helps you prioritize your energy, focusing on what truly matters rather than being pulled in every direction. By choosing silence, you empower yourself to act with purpose rather than being swept away by the noise. The practice of silence also nurtures gratitude. In stillness, you become more attuned to the beauty and abundance that surround you. A quiet moment with nature, the sound of your own breath, or the simple act of being present reminds you of the richness of life. Gratitude emerges naturally in these moments, shifting your perspective from scarcity to abundance and strengthening your sense of peace. Silence encourages self-compassion. In the absence of external demands, you have the opportunity to reflect on your own needs and emotions without judgment. This reflection fosters kindness toward yourself, reminding you that rest and renewal are not luxuries, but necessities. Self-compassion cultivated in silence builds resilience, enabling you to face challenges with greater strength and balance. Stillness also amplifies your intuition. In the quiet, the noise of doubt and fear subsides, allowing your inner wisdom to surface. Intuition thrives in this space, guiding you toward choices that align with your values and goals. By regularly practicing silence, you strengthen this connection to your inner voice, making decisions with confidence and clarity, even amidst uncertainty. Silence teaches you the art of letting go. The stillness reveals how often you hold on to thoughts, worries, or regrets that no longer serve you. By sitting with silence, you practice releasing these mental burdens, creating space for new perspectives and opportunities. Letting go in this way is not about forgetting or ignoring. It is about freeing yourself from the grip of what cannot be changed. Through silence, you develop humility. The absence of noise reminds you of your place within the greater whole. Silence connects you to the vastness of existence, showing you that your struggles, while significant, are part of a much larger tapestry. This perspective fosters a sense of awe and gratitude, grounding you in the knowledge that you are both a participant in and a witness to life's unfolding. The power of silence lies in its accessibility. You don't need a remote retreat or hours of solitude to benefit from stillness. A few moments of quiet reflection in your day, a pause before responding, a breath before deciding, or a moment of gratitude before sleeping, can profoundly shift your mindset. These practices integrate silence into your daily life, making it a steady resource amidst the chaos. In silence, you discover not only clarity, but also courage. Facing stillness requires you to confront your thoughts, emotions, and fears without distraction. This confrontation, while challenging, strengthens your ability to navigate the complexities of life with authenticity and resilience. The courage cultivated in silence extends beyond the quiet moments, empowering you to act with integrity and purpose. Silence transforms how you experience the world. It shifts your focus from the noise of external chaos to the calm within. This shift doesn't mean escaping life's challenges. It means engaging with them from a place of strength and clarity. By using silence as a shield, you create a space where wisdom can flourish, allowing you to respond to life with grace, purpose, and peace. Silence reveals the strength that lies within, a refuge from chaos where clarity and resilience thrive. But even in stillness, external opinions can intrude, whispering judgments that challenge your sense of self. Criticism and praise, though opposites in tone, share the power to shape how you see yourself, if you let them. True freedom comes from detaching from both, embracing equanimity that keeps you grounded regardless of others' opinions. This balance is not about indifference. It is about finding self-worth that stands independent of external validation. Detaching from criticism begins with understanding its nature. Words spoken in judgment often reflect more about the speaker than the target. Criticism can stem from misunderstanding, projection, or even envy. Recognizing this truth helps you separate the feedback from your identity. Instead of internalizing harsh words, you learn to assess their validity with clarity. If the criticism is constructive, you can accept it with gratitude for its potential to aid your growth. If it is baseless, you can let it pass without allowing it to disturb your peace. Praise, though positive, can be equally deceptive. When you depend on compliments to feel worthy, you hand over your self-esteem to others. Praise, like criticism, is fleeting and subjective, often influenced by external factors beyond your control. Detaching from praise means appreciating kind words without clinging to them for validation. This detachment strengthens your confidence as it roots your self-worth in your actions and values rather than the fluctuating opinions of others. Equanimity is the foundation of this detachment. When you embrace equanimity, you cultivate a calm and steady mind that remains unshaken by external highs and lows. This inner balance allows you to engage with feedback, positive or negative, without losing your sense of self. Equanimity doesn't mean ignoring others' input. It means processing it with discernment, using it to refine your path without letting it dictate your worth. Detachment from criticism and praise also fosters authenticity. When you no longer rely on others' approval or fear their disapproval, you are free to act in alignment with your true self. This freedom empowers you to make decisions based on your values and goals, rather than the expectations or judgments of others. Authenticity strengthens your sense of purpose, as it ensures that your actions reflect who you truly are, rather than who you feel you should be. Building this detachment requires mindfulness. By staying present, you become more aware of how external opinions affect you. Mindfulness helps you observe your reactions without judgment, allowing you to process criticism and praise with clarity rather than emotion. This practice creates a space between the external event and your internal response, giving you the freedom to choose how you engage with feedback. Self-compassion is another essential aspect of detachment. When you treat yourself with kindness and understanding, you create a foundation of self-worth that is resilient to external opinions. Self-compassion reminds you that mistakes and imperfections are part of being human, reducing the sting of criticism. It also reinforces your confidence as it validates your inherent value regardless of others' praise or approval. Detaching from external opinions doesn't mean rejecting all feedback. Constructive criticism can be a valuable tool for growth when approached with openness and discernment. The key is to evaluate feedback based on its merit rather than its source or tone. By separating helpful insights from unnecessary judgment, you gain the ability to learn and improve without compromising your sense of self. Detachment also enhances emotional independence. When you rely less on others' opinions for validation, you free yourself from the emotional roller coaster of approval and rejection. This independence strengthens your resilience, as it allows you to navigate challenges and achievements with confidence and stability. Emotional independence doesn't mean isolation. It means finding balance and security within yourself, so you can engage with others from a place of strength rather than need. Detaching from criticism and praise encourages humility. Humility isn't about diminishing your worth. It's about recognizing that your value is not defined by external opinions. This perspective fosters gratitude and openness, as it reminds you that everyone's perspective is shaped by their unique experiences and biases. Humility creates space for meaningful connections, as it allows you to engage with others without the need for validation or superiority. This practice also nurtures self-awareness. By reflecting on how criticism and praise affect you, you gain deeper insight into your insecurities and strengths. This awareness helps you identify areas for growth while reinforcing your confidence in what you already bring to the world. Self-awareness is not about self-criticism. It's about self-discovery, a journey that strengthens your ability to navigate life with authenticity and grace. Detachment from external opinions also enhances your focus. When you are not preoccupied with others' judgments, you can direct your energy toward your goals and passions. This focus helps you stay aligned with your purpose, as it frees you from distractions that pull you away from what truly matters. By prioritizing your own path over external validation, you create a life that reflects your values and aspirations. Letting go of attachment to praise and criticism fosters gratitude. Instead of seeking approval, you learn to appreciate the support and encouragement you receive without becoming dependent on it. Gratitude shifts your perspective from scarcity to abundance, reminding you of the richness of your relationships and experiences. This mindset strengthens your connections, as it encourages you to give without expectation and receive with humility. Detachment also encourages forgiveness. Criticism, whether fair or unfounded, can leave lingering resentment if held too tightly. By letting go of the need to prove yourself or retaliate, you free yourself from the burden of anger. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful words. It means releasing their hold on you. This practice strengthens your peace and allows you to move forward with clarity and grace. As you detach from external opinions, you deepen your connection to your inner voice. Intuition thrives when it is not overshadowed by the noise of judgment or praise. By listening to your inner guidance, you make decisions that align with your values and goals, fostering a sense of confidence and clarity. This connection to your inner self becomes a compass, guiding you through life with authenticity and purpose. Equanimity transforms how you engage with the world. It shifts your focus from seeking approval to living in alignment with your values. This shift doesn't diminish your interactions with others. It enhances them, as it allows you to engage authentically without the weight of expectation or fear of judgment. Detaching from criticism and praise creates space for meaningful connections, where both parties feel valued for who they are rather than what they bring. This practice also strengthens your resilience. Life is filled with moments of both praise and criticism, and detachment allows you to navigate these fluctuations with grace. Resilience born from detachment is not about avoiding challenges. It's about facing them with confidence, knowing that your worth remains constant regardless of external opinions. This resilience empowers you to pursue your goals and embrace your journey without fear. Detaching from criticism and praise ultimately leads to freedom. Freedom from the need to please, from the fear of rejection, and from the weight of external validation. This freedom allows you to live authentically, to engage with the world on your own terms, and to find peace in knowing that your worth is inherent and unshakable. By embracing equanimity, you discover the strength to navigate life's complexities with confidence, clarity, and a deep sense of self. Detaching from criticism and praise cultivates a calm inner state, allowing you to remain grounded regardless of external opinions. Yet life often brings moments of conflict, where emotions surge and clarity can feel out of reach. In these challenging times, mindfulness becomes a powerful anchor. By pausing to breathe and respond with intention, you create space for wisdom and compassion to guide your actions. Conflict, when approached mindfully, transforms from a source of turmoil into an opportunity for understanding and growth. Mindfulness in the face of conflict begins with awareness. Conflict often triggers automatic reactions, anger, defensiveness, or frustration that cloud judgment and escalate tension. When you bring mindfulness into these moments, you pause the cycle of reactivity, allowing yourself to observe what is happening both internally and externally. This awareness doesn't suppress emotions. It acknowledges them without letting them control your actions. By naming what you feel, whether it's anger, hurt, or confusion, you take the first step toward managing those emotions with clarity. The power of the breath is central to mindfulness. Conflict often disrupts your natural rhythm of breathing, causing shallow or rapid breaths that heighten stress. By consciously slowing your breath, you calm your nervous system and regain a sense of control. Each inhale and exhale becomes a moment to ground yourself, creating a buffer between the heat of the moment and your response. This practice not only soothes your body, but also sharpens your mind, helping you see the situation with greater perspective. Mindfulness also involves listening deeply. In conflict, the instinct to defend or argue can overshadow your ability to truly hear the other person. Mindful listening shifts your focus from preparing a rebuttal to understanding their perspective. This doesn't mean agreeing with everything they say. It means acknowledging their feelings and concerns with empathy. When you listen without judgment, you create a space where mutual understanding can begin to flourish, even amidst disagreement. Practicing mindfulness in conflict requires self-compassion. It's natural to feel guilt or frustration when emotions rise, but mindfulness encourages you to approach these moments with kindness toward yourself. By recognizing that conflict is a universal experience, You release the pressure to handle it perfectly. This self-compassion reduces the intensity of self-criticism, allowing you to focus on finding resolution rather than dwelling on perceived mistakes. Clarity emerges when you approach conflict mindfully. Instead of being swept away by emotional turbulence, you gain the ability to see the underlying causes and dynamics of the situation. This clarity helps you distinguish between the surface issue and the deeper needs or fears driving the conflict. Addressing these root causes, rather than just the symptoms, leads to more meaningful and lasting resolutions. Mindfulness also fosters patience. In the heat of conflict, the urge to resolve things quickly can lead to hasty decisions or words spoken in anger. Mindfulness teaches you to embrace the pause, allowing time for emotions to settle and perspective to grow. This patience creates space for thoughtful responses, reducing the likelihood of escalation and fostering an atmosphere of respect. Compassion is a natural extension of mindfulness in conflict. When you are mindful, you become more attuned to the emotions and struggles of others. This awareness softens the edges of anger or frustration, replacing them with understanding and care. Compassion doesn't mean accepting harmful behavior. It means responding to conflict with a desire to heal rather than harm. This approach strengthens relationships and creates a foundation for reconciliation. Mindfulness transforms how you view conflict itself. Rather than seeing it as a threat, you begin to recognize it as an opportunity for growth and connection. Conflict reveals areas where understanding is lacking or boundaries need to be clarified. By approaching these moments with curiosity rather than resistance, you open the door to deeper insights about yourself and others. This perspective doesn't eliminate the challenges of conflict, but it empowers you to navigate them with purpose and grace. The practice of mindfulness in conflict also enhances emotional resilience. By staying present, you develop the ability to remain steady amidst emotional storms. This resilience doesn't mean suppressing feelings. It means experiencing them fully without being overwhelmed. Over time, this practice strengthens your capacity to handle difficult situations with calm and confidence, transforming conflict from a source of distress into a catalyst for growth. Mindfulness encourages non-attachment to outcomes in conflict. Often, the desire to win or have the final word fuels tension and prolongs disagreement. Mindfulness shifts your focus from winning to understanding, from controlling the outcome to engaging authentically. This non-attachment reduces the pressure on both yourself and others, creating an environment where resolution feels achievable rather than forced. Boundaries play an important role in mindful conflict resolution. While mindfulness fosters openness and understanding, it also reinforces the importance of protecting your well-being. Mindfulness helps you communicate your boundaries clearly and respectfully, ensuring that you engage in conflict in a way that is constructive rather than draining. Setting boundaries is not a rejection of others. It is a commitment to maintaining balance and respect in the relationship. Mindfulness also strengthens your ability to reflect. After a conflict, it's natural to replay events and second-guess your actions. Mindful reflection transforms this process from self-criticism to self-discovery. By examining what worked, what didn't, and what you learned, you gain valuable insights that guide your future interactions. This reflection is not about dwelling on the past, but about growing from it. Integrating mindfulness into daily life prepares you for moments of conflict. Regular mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, build the mental habits of presence and awareness. These habits become a resource you can draw on during challenging times, helping you stay grounded and intentional when emotions run high. Mindfulness is not just a tool for conflict resolution. It is a way of being that enhances every aspect of your life. Mindfulness in conflict also nurtures forgiveness. Holding on to anger or resentment often prolongs the pain of disagreement, but mindfulness helps you release these emotions with compassion. Forgiveness doesn't mean condoning hurtful actions. It means freeing yourself from their grip. This practice strengthens your peace and allows relationships to heal and move forward. Mindful conflict resolution fosters mutual respect. When you approach disagreements with openness and empathy, you create a dynamic where both parties feel valued and heard. This respect doesn't require agreement. It requires acknowledgement of each other's humanity. Respect transforms conflict from a divisive force into a shared journey toward understanding. Ultimately, mindfulness in the face of conflict is an act of empowerment. It shifts the locus of control from external events to your internal state, reminding you that while you may not control the actions of others, you always control your response. This empowerment fosters confidence and clarity, enabling you to navigate even the most challenging conflicts with wisdom and grace. Through mindfulness, you transform conflict into a pathway for growth, connection, and lasting peace. Mindfulness in conflict teaches the power of presence and intentional response, helping you navigate challenges with grace. Yet, at the core of so much conflict and suffering lies resistance. Resistance to change, to endings, to the inevitable flow of life. Embracing impermanence offers a profound path to peace, helping you find comfort and resilience in the ever-changing nature of existence. When you learn to accept that nothing remains fixed, you unlock the ability to live fully, appreciating each moment for what it is. Impermanence is a fundamental truth of life. Everything, from relationships to seasons, from emotions to achievements, is in a constant state of flux. Resisting this truth creates tension as you cling to what is bound to change or fear the loss of what you hold dear. By embracing impermanence, you release this grip, allowing life to flow naturally. This release doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of the illusion of permanence and finding peace in life's dynamic rhythm. Accepting impermanence deepens your gratitude. When you recognize that each moment is fleeting, you begin to cherish it more fully. A conversation with a loved one, the beauty of a sunset, or even a quiet moment of solitude becomes precious when you understand its transience. This awareness shifts your focus from what you might lose to the richness of what you have now, fostering a profound sense of appreciation. Impermanence also teaches resilience. Life's changes, whether joyful or painful, often feel overwhelming because of the desire for stability. Embracing impermanence reminds you that no emotion, no challenge, and no situation lasts forever. This perspective helps you endure difficult times with patience and hope, knowing that they too will pass. Resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about navigating it with the strength that comes from understanding its temporary nature. Letting go is a key aspect of embracing impermanence. Clinging to the past or fearing the future anchors you in a place of resistance. By releasing attachments, you create space for new experiences, relationships, and opportunities to arise. Letting go is not a rejection of what was. It is an acceptance of what is and a willingness to move forward. This practice brings freedom, as it allows you to live with openness rather than constraint. Impermanence also nurtures compassion. When you understand that everyone around you is navigating their own changing experiences, you become more empathetic to their struggles and joys. This shared humanity creates a bond, reminding you that change is a universal experience. Compassion grows when you recognize that impermanence affects all lives, not just your own, fostering connection and kindness. Living with the awareness of impermanence enriches your relationships. It encourages you to be present with the people you care about, knowing that your time together is finite. This presence deepens your connections, as it prioritizes quality over quantity. Impermanence teaches you to value the people in your life while they are there, rather than taking them for granted or holding on to regrets after they are gone. This practice also brings clarity to your priorities. When you accept that your time and energy are limited, you become more intentional about how you use them. Impermanence encourages you to focus on what truly matters, letting go of distractions and pursuits that do not align with your values. This clarity enhances your sense of purpose, helping you live a life that reflects your deepest aspirations. Impermanence fosters creativity. The fleeting nature of life inspires you to create, to express, and to contribute while you have the chance. Whether it's art, relationships, or personal growth. The knowledge that time is limited motivates you to act with intention. Creativity thrives in the space where you embrace change, as it draws on the unique opportunities and perspectives that each moment offers. This awareness also reduces fear of failure. When you understand that mistakes and setbacks are temporary, you become more willing to take risks and explore new possibilities. Impermanence reminds you that failure is not a permanent state, but a stepping stone to growth. This mindset encourages resilience and innovation, as you learn to see challenges as opportunities rather than threats. Embracing impermanence enhances your relationship with yourself. It helps you accept your own evolution, letting go of past versions of yourself and welcoming the person you are becoming. This acceptance reduces self-criticism, as you recognize that growth is a natural and ongoing process. Impermanence teaches you to approach yourself with kindness and patience, celebrating progress rather than clinging to perfection. The practice of embracing impermanence also cultivates humility. It reminds you that you are part of a much larger cycle of change, one that is beyond your control. This perspective doesn't diminish your significance, but places it in a context of interconnectedness. Humility born from impermanence fosters gratitude and awe as you appreciate your role in the ever-changing tapestry of life. Impermanence encourages mindfulness. When you understand that each moment is unique and fleeting, you become more present and engaged. This presence allows you to fully experience life, rather than rushing through it or dwelling on what has passed. Mindfulness deepens your connection to the world around you, enhancing your appreciation for its beauty and complexity. This practice also teaches you to embrace uncertainty. Change often brings the unknown, which can feel daunting. Impermanence helps you approach uncertainty with curiosity rather than fear, trusting that each new chapter holds possibilities for growth and discovery. This trust reduces anxiety and fosters a sense of adventure as you learn to navigate life's shifts with openness and courage. Impermanence strengthens your ability to adapt. When you accept that change is inevitable, you become more flexible and resilient in the face of challenges. This adaptability allows you to respond to life's twists and turns with grace. finding solutions and opportunities where others might see obstacles. Adaptability born from impermanence empowers you to thrive in a world that is constantly evolving. By embracing impermanence, you also deepen your sense of peace. Resistance to change often creates tension and suffering as you fight against what cannot be controlled. Acceptance, on the other hand, brings a sense of ease and freedom. This peace doesn't mean complacency. It means finding stability within yourself, regardless of external circumstances. Impermanence reveals the interconnectedness of all things. The changes you experience are part of a larger cycle, one that connects you to the world around you. This perspective fosters a sense of belonging, as you recognize that you are not separate from life's flow, but an integral part of it. Interconnectedness born from impermanence strengthens your relationships, your sense of purpose, and your appreciation for life. Living with the awareness of impermanence encourages you to embrace life fully. It reminds you that each moment, each relationship, and each experience is precious because it is temporary. This awareness doesn't diminish the value of what you love. It enhances it, as it encourages you to savor and cherish it while it lasts. By embracing impermanence, you discover a deeper appreciation for the beauty and richness of life in all its forms. Recognizing impermanence teaches us to embrace change and find peace in life's transient nature. Yet, when setbacks strike, it can be difficult to see them as anything other than barriers. The sting of failure often feels like an end point, a mark of inadequacy or defeat. But setbacks, when approached with the right perspective, can become the very foundation of growth and transformation. They offer lessons wrapped in challenges, waiting for us to unravel their deeper meaning and emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The first step in transforming setbacks into stepping stones is reframing your mindset. Failure is not a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of progress. Every challenge carries within it an opportunity to learn, adapt, and grow. By shifting your focus from the discomfort of the setback to the potential it holds, you open the door to possibility. This reframing doesn't erase the difficulty, but helps you see it as a temporary stage rather than a final verdict. Setbacks often highlight areas where growth is needed. They act as mirrors, reflecting weaknesses or blind spots that might otherwise go unnoticed. While this reflection can feel uncomfortable, it is also invaluable. Recognizing where you faltered allows you to address those areas with intention, strengthening your skills, character, or approach. Setbacks in this way become catalysts for self-improvement rather than sources of discouragement. Resilience is cultivated through setbacks. Each challenge you face and overcome builds your capacity to endure future difficulties with greater ease. Resilience is not about avoiding hardship, but about navigating it with courage and grace. Setbacks offer a unique opportunity to practice this resilience, teaching you how to stay grounded and focused even when the path ahead feels uncertain or steep. Learning from setbacks requires humility. Acknowledging your role in a failure or accepting feedback can be difficult, but it is also a vital part of growth. Humility allows you to approach setbacks with an open mind, ready to absorb the lessons they offer. This openness transforms failure from a source of shame into a stepping stone toward wisdom and success. Setbacks also teach adaptability. Plans rarely unfold perfectly, and the ability to pivot and adjust is crucial for progress. When you encounter a setback, you are forced to reconsider your approach. explore alternative solutions, and think creatively. This adaptability is not only a practical skill, but also a mindset that keeps you flexible and open to new possibilities, even in the face of uncertainty. Self-compassion is essential when navigating setbacks. It's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism, magnifying your mistakes and questioning your abilities. Self-compassion reminds you that setbacks are part of the human experience, not a personal failing. Treating yourself with kindness during these moments fosters resilience and motivation, helping you move forward with renewed determination. Setbacks often reveal hidden strengths. In the process of overcoming challenges, you discover qualities like patience, determination, or resourcefulness that might have otherwise remained dormant. These strengths become part of your foundation, equipping you to face future difficulties with greater confidence. By embracing setbacks, you uncover the depths of your own capabilities. Challenges and failures also foster creativity. When traditional methods fail, you are forced to think outside the box, exploring new ideas and approaches. This creativity not only helps you overcome the immediate setback, but also enhances your problem-solving skills in the long term. Setbacks push you to innovate, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth and discovery. Setbacks deepen your understanding of perseverance. Success often requires sustained effort, and setbacks remind you that the journey is rarely linear. Perseverance is not about ignoring failure, but about continuing to move forward despite it. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to your goals. Setbacks teach you the value of persistence, instilling a sense of determination that fuels your progress. Challenges also strengthen your empathy. Experiencing setbacks gives you a deeper understanding of the struggles others face, fostering compassion and connection. This empathy enhances your relationships, as it allows you to support others with greater sensitivity and care. Setbacks in this way contribute not only to your personal growth, but also to the richness of your connections with others. Setbacks encourage reflection. When a plan fails or a goal is delayed, you have the opportunity to step back and evaluate your approach, priorities, and motivations. This reflection often leads to greater clarity, helping you refine your goals and align your actions with your values. Setbacks, when approached mindfully, become moments of recalibration that strengthen your sense of purpose. Failure also teaches patience. The discomfort of setbacks often stems from the expectation of quick results or immediate success. Embracing setbacks as part of the process encourages you to cultivate patience, recognizing that meaningful progress takes time. This patience not only reduces frustration, but also enhances your ability to enjoy the journey rather than rushing toward the destination. Setbacks foster gratitude for progress. When everything goes smoothly, it's easy to take achievements for granted. Challenges remind you of the effort and dedication required to overcome obstacles, deepening your appreciation for each step forward. This gratitude strengthens your resilience as it shifts your focus from what went wrong to the progress you've made despite the difficulties. Setbacks also remind you of the importance of support. Facing challenges alone can feel isolating, but reaching out to others for guidance or encouragement creates a sense of connection and shared purpose. This support not only helps you navigate the setback, but also strengthens your relationships, reminding you that growth is often a collaborative effort. Overcoming setbacks builds confidence. Each challenge you face and overcome reinforces your belief in your own abilities. This confidence is not about arrogance, but about trust in your capacity to navigate difficulties and find solutions. Setbacks, when approached with the right mindset, become opportunities to build a foundation of self-assuredness that supports you in every aspect of life. Challenges also teach you to embrace uncertainty. Setbacks often arise from unexpected changes or unforeseen circumstances. Learning to navigate these moments with curiosity rather than fear strengthens your ability to adapt and thrive in a world that is constantly changing. Embracing uncertainty doesn't mean giving up control. It means finding stability within yourself, regardless of external events. Setbacks provide opportunities to redefine success. Failure often stems from rigid expectations or narrow definitions of achievement. When you face a setback, you are invited to reconsider what success means to you, exploring more meaningful and authentic goals. This redefinition creates a sense of purpose and fulfillment that transcends traditional markers of success. Ultimately, setbacks are not obstacles, but opportunities. They challenge you to grow, to learn, and to discover new facets of yourself. By embracing setbacks with an open heart and a determined spirit, you transform them from sources of frustration into stepping stones toward greater self-awareness and achievement. Through challenges, you find the strength to rise, the wisdom to adapt, and the resilience to continue forward on your journey. Setbacks remind us that growth often comes from unexpected places, shaping resilience and teaching us to view challenges as opportunities. But beyond overcoming difficulties lies a deeper practice, training the mind to see the good in life. This isn't about ignoring pain or avoiding reality. It's about shifting focus to the light that exists even amidst the shadows. This perspective, rooted in Buddhist wisdom, transforms not only how you experience life, but also how you respond to its ups and downs. Training your mind to see the good begins with awareness. The mind has a natural tendency to dwell on negativity, a survival mechanism that evolved to keep us alert to threats. While this served our ancestors well, it often creates unnecessary stress and dissatisfaction in modern life. Awareness of this bias allows you to consciously redirect your focus, breaking free from patterns that amplify fear or frustration. Recognizing that your thoughts are not absolute truths is the first step toward cultivating a more balanced and positive perspective. Gratitude is a cornerstone of seeing the good in life. When you actively seek moments to appreciate, you shift your focus from what is lacking to what is present. Gratitude doesn't require monumental events. It thrives in the small and simple, the warmth of the sun, the kindness of a stranger, or the taste of your favorite meal. This practice rewires the brain, fostering a mindset that naturally leans toward the positive. Gratitude becomes a lens through which you view the world, illuminating the abundance that surrounds you. Mindfulness deepens your ability to see the good. By staying present, you become more attuned to the beauty and opportunities in each moment. The present holds infinite possibilities for joy and connection, but these are often overlooked when your mind is preoccupied with past regrets or future worries. Mindfulness teaches you to savor the here and now, cultivating a deeper appreciation for life's fleeting yet precious moments. Compassion extends this practice outward. Seeing the good in life involves recognizing the goodness in others, even when their actions or words fall short of expectations. Compassion shifts your perspective from judgment to understanding, reminding you that everyone is navigating their own challenges. This mindset fosters empathy and connection, enriching your relationships and enhancing your ability to find joy in shared experiences. Perspective plays a critical role in this transformation. Challenges and disappointments often overshadow the positives, but perspective allows you to step back and see the bigger picture. A moment of failure, when viewed through the lens of growth, becomes a stepping stone rather than a dead end. Perspective encourages you to ask, "What can I learn from this?" or "How does this contribute to my journey?" These questions shift your focus from the immediate difficulty to the broader opportunities for growth and understanding. Training the mind to see the good also involves practicing acceptance. Resistance to life's imperfections often creates unnecessary tension, blinding you to the beauty that exists within the flaws. Acceptance doesn't mean complacency. It means embracing life as it is, allowing you to find peace and joy in the present rather than waiting for an ideal future. This practice opens your heart to the richness of life's complexity, revealing the good that coexists with the difficult. Acts of kindness reinforce this mindset. When you extend kindness to others, you strengthen your connection to the inherent goodness in humanity. These acts, whether small or significant, create ripples of positivity that return to you in unexpected ways. Kindness reminds you that goodness is not just something to observe, but something to create, empowering you to contribute to the beauty and joy in the world. Buddhist philosophy emphasizes the impermanence of all things, including suffering. Recognizing that pain and difficulty are temporary allows you to focus on the good that endures. This understanding fosters resilience, helping you navigate life's challenges with grace and gratitude. By holding on to the belief that joy can always be found, even in the smallest moments, you cultivate a mindset that seeks light even in the darkest times. Your environment also plays a role in training your mind to see the good. Surrounding yourself with positivity, whether through uplifting people, inspiring stories, or peaceful spaces, reinforces your ability to focus on the bright side. This doesn't mean avoiding difficult realities, but creating a balance that supports a more optimistic outlook. The environment you choose becomes a reflection of the mindset you wish to cultivate, shaping your perspective in subtle but powerful ways. Reflection is another key practice. Taking time to acknowledge and celebrate the good in your life, whether through journaling or quiet contemplation, deepens your connection to gratitude and positivity. Reflection helps you recognize patterns of joy and success, reinforcing the belief that goodness is not rare but abundant. This practice also allows you to carry positive experiences forward, using them as a source of strength and encouragement in challenging times. Training the mind to see the good requires patience. Shifting your focus is not an overnight transformation, but a gradual process of retraining habits and perceptions. Patience allows you to approach this journey with compassion for yourself, acknowledging that growth takes time. Each small step forward, each moment of gratitude or kindness contributes to a lasting change in how you experience life. Self-compassion is essential in this process. The journey toward a more positive mindset often reveals inner struggles and insecurities, but self-compassion helps you navigate these with kindness. By treating yourself with the same care and understanding you would offer a loved one, you create a foundation of self-worth that supports your ability to see the good in life. This practice strengthens your resilience, reminding you that you are deserving of joy, and peace. Perspective shifts also involve learning to let go. Holding on to grudges, regrets, or unmet expectations clouds your ability to see the good. Letting go doesn't mean forgetting or dismissing. It means freeing yourself from the grip of negativity that holds you back. This release creates space for positivity and gratitude to take root, transforming how you experience the world. Finding the good in life also involves celebrating others. Rejoicing in the successes and happiness of those around you creates a sense of shared joy, amplifying your own. This practice counters envy and comparison, shifting your focus from what you lack to the abundance that exists collectively. Celebrating others reminds you that goodness is not a finite resource, but something that grows when shared. Resilience grows as you train your mind to focus on the positive. Life's challenges become less daunting when you approach them with a mindset rooted in hope and gratitude. Resilience is not about ignoring difficulties, but about facing them with the belief that goodness can be found even amidst adversity. This belief transforms setbacks into opportunities and hardships into lessons, empowering you to navigate life with strength and optimism. Ultimately, training your mind to see the good in life is an act of empowerment. It shifts the narrative from what happens to you to how you choose to respond. This practice doesn't eliminate pain or difficulty, but teaches you to find light within it. By cultivating gratitude, mindfulness, and compassion, you create a life rich in meaning, joy, and connection, where the good is not just seen, but deeply felt. Finding the good in life reshapes how you experience the world, showing that even in the most challenging times, there is light to be found. But recognizing the positive is just one part of the journey. To truly navigate life's complexities and hardships, you must awaken an inner strength that remains unshaken by external circumstances. This strength is not something you acquire from outside. It is already within you, waiting to be discovered and nurtured. Awakening it requires focus, determination, and a deep connection to your core values and beliefs. Awakening inner strength begins with self-awareness. Understanding your thoughts, emotions, and reactions helps you identify what empowers or drains you. Strength grows when you align your actions with your values and learn to respond rather than react to challenges. Self-awareness teaches you that strength is not about overpowering obstacles, but about understanding them and finding a way through with clarity and resilience. It is a quiet power that thrives on balance and mindfulness. Confidence plays a crucial role in building inner strength. Confidence is not about being free from fear or doubt, but about trusting your ability to face whatever comes your way. This trust grows through consistent action and small victories. Each time you overcome a challenge, no matter how small, you reinforce the belief that you are capable. Confidence becomes a foundation for strength, allowing you to approach life's difficulties with courage and determination. Inner strength is deeply connected to your ability to adapt. Life is unpredictable, and rigidity can often lead to frustration and stagnation. Adaptability allows you to flow with life's changes, finding opportunities in unexpected places. This flexibility is not a sign of weakness, but of strength, as it shows your willingness to evolve and grow. Embracing change with an open mind strengthens your resilience, helping you navigate uncertainty with grace. Resilience itself is a cornerstone of inner strength. Resilience is not about avoiding pain, but about learning to recover from it. Setbacks, failures, and disappointments are inevitable, but your response to them shapes your growth. Building resilience requires patience, as it is developed over time through experience and reflection. It involves learning from hardship without letting it define you. Resilience teaches you to stand firm in the face of adversity, finding the strength to move forward even when the path is unclear. Discipline is another key aspect of awakening inner strength. Strength comes from consistent effort and the ability to stay committed to your goals, even when motivation wanes. Discipline helps you build habits that support your growth and well-being, creating a structure that allows strength to flourish. Discipline is not about perfection, but about persistence, showing up for yourself each day and taking steps toward your aspirations, no matter how small. Self-compassion fuels inner strength by helping you navigate setbacks and self-doubt with kindness rather than criticism. Strength is not about being unbreakable, but about recognizing your vulnerabilities and treating them with care. Self-compassion reminds you that growth is a journey, not a destination, and that mistakes are part of learning. By being gentle with yourself, you create a safe space for your strength to develop and thrive. Gratitude also nurtures inner strength. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, you shift your mindset from scarcity to abundance. Gratitude creates a sense of stability and contentment, which supports your ability to face challenges with confidence and resilience. It reminds you of your resources, both internal and external, and helps you approach life with a sense of possibility rather than limitation. Clarity of purpose strengthens your resolve. When you have a clear understanding of your values and goals, you are better equipped to make decisions and persevere through challenges. Purpose gives your actions meaning, providing a source of motivation even when the road is difficult. Knowing why you do what you do reinforces your inner strength, as it connects you to a deeper sense of fulfillment and direction. Mindfulness enhances your inner strength by keeping you present and focused. The mind often wanders to fears of the future or regrets of the past, but mindfulness brings your attention to the here and now. This presence helps you respond to challenges with clarity and intention, rather than being swept away by emotion. Mindfulness is not about controlling every thought, but about observing them without judgment, allowing you to act from a place of calm and strength. Boundaries are essential for maintaining inner strength. Knowing when to say no and protecting your energy allows you to focus on what truly matters. Boundaries are not about shutting people out, but about creating space for yourself to grow and thrive. They prevent you from being overwhelmed by external demands and help you prioritize your well-being. Setting boundaries requires courage, but it strengthens your ability to stand firm in your values and decisions. Courage itself is a vital element of inner strength. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act despite it. Each time you face a fear or step outside your comfort zone, you expand your capacity for strength. Courage helps you take risks, embrace uncertainty, and pursue growth even when the outcome is unknown. It reminds you that strength is not about avoiding discomfort, but about moving through it with determination and grace. Connection with others also strengthens you from within. Sharing your struggles and triumphs with trusted individuals creates a support system that reinforces your resilience. Connection reminds you that you're not alone, providing comfort and encouragement during difficult times. This sense of belonging strengthens your inner resolve, as it shows that strength is not only individual, but collective. Inner strength grows when you cultivate a growth mindset. Viewing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow transforms how you approach life's difficulties. A growth mindset encourages you to see failures as stepping stones rather than barriers, fostering resilience and adaptability. This perspective helps you focus on progress rather than perfection, allowing your strength to develop naturally over time. Reflection is a powerful tool for awakening inner strength. Taking time to evaluate your experiences, choices, and emotions deepens your self-awareness and helps you learn from the past. Reflection allows you to recognize patterns, celebrate progress, and identify areas for growth. This practice strengthens your connection to yourself, providing insight and clarity that supports your ability to navigate challenges with confidence. Physical well-being also plays a role in strengthening the mind. Caring for your body through movement, rest, and nutrition creates a foundation for mental and emotional resilience. Physical health and mental strength are interconnected, as a balanced body supports a balanced mind. Prioritizing your well-being shows self-respect, reinforcing your sense of worth and capability. Faith in your own abilities underpins all aspects of inner strength. This faith is not about arrogance, but about trusting that you have the resources to handle whatever comes your way. It is built through experience, reflection, and intentional effort. Believing in yourself creates a foundation of confidence and stability, empowering you to face life's complexities with assurance and resolve. Awakening inner strength is an ongoing journey. It requires commitment, patience, and self-compassion, as growth is rarely linear. Each challenge you face and overcome adds to your strength, building a reservoir of resilience and courage. By nurturing this strength, you create a foundation that supports not only your own well-being, but also your ability to uplift and inspire others. Inner strength is not just about enduring life's trials. It's about thriving within them, finding purpose and joy in the process of growth. Awakening inner strength helps you navigate life's challenges with resilience and purpose, creating a foundation of stability and confidence. But strength is not just an internal force. It is also shaped by the environments we create around us. The spaces where we rest and reflect, particularly the bedroom, have a profound impact on our energy, mindset, and well-being. According to Buddhist teachings, the objects you allow into this sacred space can either nurture peace and prosperity or attract imbalance and negativity. Identifying and removing the items that disrupt harmony in your bedroom is a step toward creating an environment that supports clarity, abundance, and emotional balance. The bedroom is more than just a place to sleep. It is where your mind finds rest, where your energy is replenished, and where your thoughts often settle into quiet reflection. When this space is cluttered or filled with objects that carry negative energy, it becomes harder to relax and recharge. Each item in your bedroom holds energy, whether intentional or unintentional, and understanding how these objects influence your mental and emotional state is the first step to creating a peaceful sanctuary. One of the most disruptive elements in a bedroom is clutter. Clutter represents unfinished tasks, disorganization, and mental chaos. It creates a visual reminder of things left undone, which can weigh heavily on your subconscious, even as you sleep. By removing unnecessary items and organizing your space, you create a sense of calm and order that promotes relaxation and mental clarity. A clutter-free room invites a clear mind, supporting restful sleep and a refreshed spirit. Objects associated with past pain or regret also disrupt the energy of your bedroom. These could be photos, letters, or items tied to difficult memories. While sentimental value can be meaningful, holding on to things that bring sadness or discomfort can anchor you to past struggles. Letting go of these items allows you to release emotional burdens and invite fresh energy into your space. The act of removing these objects is symbolic of moving forward and making room for new, positive experiences. Electronics are another common source of disruption. The blue light from screens interferes with your body's natural sleep rhythms, while the constant stream of notifications or noise prevents true rest. Beyond physical effects, electronics often carry the energy of busyness and distraction, which can conflict with the calming purpose of the bedroom. Creating a technology-free zone allows your bedroom to become a place of peace rather than activity, promoting deeper sleep and mental restoration. Mirrors, while often seen as practical or decorative, can also affect the energy of your bedroom. According to some teachings, mirrors reflect and magnify energy, which can create a sense of restlessness or unease. If a mirror reflects your bed, it may disrupt the flow of energy while you sleep, leading to a less restful environment. Covering or repositioning mirrors can help restore balance, ensuring your bedroom feels serene and secure. Items related to work, such as laptops, documents, or even clothing associated with your job, bring the stress and pressure of professional life into a space meant for relaxation. These objects act as visual reminders of responsibilities and deadlines, making it difficult to fully disconnect and recharge. By keeping work-related items out of the bedroom, you establish clear boundaries between rest and productivity, allowing your mind to focus on relaxation when it's time to sleep. Decorations or objects with aggressive or chaotic imagery can also affect the energy of your bedroom. Art or items that evoke feelings of anger, fear, or anxiety subtly influence your subconscious. Replacing these with calming, uplifting imagery helps create an environment that supports emotional balance and peace. The objects you choose to display in your bedroom should reflect the harmony and serenity you wish to cultivate in your life. Plants, while often associated with vitality and growth, can sometimes create imbalances if they are unhealthy or not suited for the bedroom environment. Dead or struggling plants carry stagnant energy, which can mirror feelings of stagnation or depletion in your own life. Maintaining healthy, vibrant plants or opting for low-maintenance greenery ensures that the energy in your bedroom remains fresh and lively, supporting your overall well-being. Items stored under the bed can also influence the energy of your sleeping space. While it's a convenient storage solution, the objects kept there can create subconscious clutter, especially if they are associated with stress or negativity. Clearing this space allows for better energy flow around your bed, promoting a sense of lightness and freedom. If storage is necessary, ensuring the items are organized and positive in nature helps maintain a harmonious environment. Finally, broken or damaged objects in your bedroom carry the energy of neglect and incompletion. These items serve as constant reminders of tasks left undone or things in disrepair, which can subtly impact your mindset. Repairing or replacing damaged items restores a sense of care and attention to your space, reinforcing the idea that your environment reflects your self-respect and priorities. Transforming your bedroom into a sanctuary is about more than aesthetics. It's about creating an environment that supports your mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. By carefully curating the objects in this space, you align your surroundings with your intentions for peace, clarity, and abundance. This process of removal and renewal is an act of mindfulness, reminding you that the energy you cultivate in your environment directly influences the energy within yourself. A peaceful and intentional environment nurtures clarity, helping you align your surroundings with your inner calm. Yet, even the most serene space cannot shield you from the unspoken chaos of negative thoughts that often intrude upon your mind. These thoughts, left unchecked, can become barriers to growth, peace, and self-awareness. To regain control and cultivate balance, Buddhist wisdom offers timeless practices to free your mind from the grip of negativity, allowing space for positivity, clarity, and resilience to thrive. Negative thoughts often arise from deeply ingrained patterns. Recognizing them is the first step in dismantling their influence. Awareness acts as a spotlight, illuminating thoughts that often operate unnoticed. By observing your mental patterns without judgment, you disrupt their automatic cycle. This practice helps you identify triggers, making it easier to respond with intention rather than reaction. Awareness creates space between thought and action, allowing you to take charge of your mental landscape. Breath is a powerful tool in controlling negative thoughts. Negative thinking often accelerates the mind, creating a spiral of worry or frustration. Focused breathing slows this process, anchoring you to the present moment. Inhale deeply and exhale fully, guiding your attention to the rhythm of your breath. This practice calms the nervous system, breaking the cycle of negativity and bringing you back to a place of balance and control. Mindfulness strengthens your ability to control negative thoughts. By grounding yourself in the present, you reduce the pull of past regrets and future worries. Negative thoughts often thrive in these time frames, drawing energy from what cannot be changed or controlled. Mindfulness teaches you to fully experience the now, creating a buffer against intrusive thoughts. This presence transforms how you engage with your mind, fostering a sense of peace and clarity. Compassion is a surprising yet effective antidote to negativity. Many negative thoughts are rooted in self-criticism or judgment toward others. By practicing compassion, you soften the edges of these thoughts, replacing harshness with understanding. Begin with self-compassion, acknowledging that imperfections are part of being human. Extend this kindness outward, recognizing that others too are navigating their struggles. Compassion shifts your focus from judgment to connection, reducing the power of negative thoughts. Gratitude redirects your attention from what is wrong to what is right. Negative thoughts often exaggerate problems or shortcomings, narrowing your perspective. Gratitude broadens this view, reminding you of the abundance and positivity in your life. Cultivate gratitude by reflecting on the people, experiences, and opportunities that bring you joy. This practice rewires your brain, creating a mental environment where positive thoughts can flourish. Letting go is a cornerstone of controlling negative thoughts. Holding on to anger, regret, or fear often feeds negativity, keeping it alive in your mind. Letting go doesn't mean ignoring or suppressing these emotions. It means releasing their grip on your present. Acknowledge the thought, learn from it if needed, and allow it to pass. This act of release creates space for peace, teaching you that thoughts, like clouds, can drift away when you no longer hold them. Perspective is another powerful tool in managing negativity. Often, negative thoughts are amplified by narrow or distorted perspectives. By stepping back and considering the bigger picture, you can see these thoughts for what they truly are, temporary and often exaggerated. Perspective helps you recognize that challenges are part of life, not insurmountable barriers. This broader view fosters resilience, reducing the intensity and frequency of negative thinking. Practicing silence can also help control negativity. In the quiet, you gain clarity and insight into your thoughts. Silence provides an opportunity to observe without reacting, creating a space where you can examine the origins of negativity. This stillness is not about suppressing thoughts, but about creating a safe environment to explore and understand them. Silence becomes a sanctuary, helping you reset and refocus your mind. Setting boundaries for your mental energy is essential. Just as you curate your physical environment, you must also curate what you allow into your mind. Limit exposure to sources of negativity, whether they come from media, relationships, or internal dialogues. Boundaries are not about avoidance, but about prioritizing what nurtures your peace. Protecting your mental space strengthens your ability to stay balanced and focused. Positive affirmations act as a counterbalance to negativity. Replacing harmful self-talk with empowering statements rewires your internal dialogue. Affirmations are not about ignoring reality, but about reinforcing your strengths and potential. Repeat phrases like, "I am capable," or "I am enough," allowing their energy to replace doubt and fear. Over time, these affirmations create a mental framework that supports confidence and positivity. Self-reflection deepens your understanding of negative thoughts. Taking time to explore their origins and patterns reveals valuable insights. Reflect on what triggers these thoughts and how they affect your emotions and actions. This awareness empowers you to make conscious changes, breaking free from unhelpful cycles. Reflection is not about dwelling on negativity, but about learning from it, turning challenges into opportunities for growth. Physical well-being also influences your mental state. Negativity often thrives when the body is fatigued or out of balance. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and sufficient sleep create a foundation for mental clarity and resilience. Physical care supports emotional health, making it easier to manage and overcome negative thoughts. Treat your body as a partner in your mental journey, recognizing the connection between physical vitality and mental peace. Cultivating curiosity shifts how you engage with negative thoughts. Instead of fearing or avoiding them, approach them with curiosity. Ask yourself, what is this thought trying to tell me? Or, how can I learn from this? Curiosity transforms negativity from a threat into a teacher, encouraging growth and self-discovery. This mindset reduces the power of negative thoughts, as it reframes them as opportunities rather than obstacles. Engaging in meaningful activities redirects your focus and energy. Negativity often thrives in idle moments, filling the void with unhelpful thoughts. By pursuing hobbies, volunteering, or learning new skills, you create a sense of purpose and accomplishment. These activities provide a positive outlet for your energy, reducing the space available for negativity to take root. Connection with others also helps control negative thoughts. Sharing your struggles with trusted friends or mentors provides perspective and support. Connection reminds you that you are not alone, creating a sense of community that strengthens your resilience. Talking about your thoughts often reduces their intensity, as it brings them into the open where they can be examined and understood. The power of intention cannot be underestimated. Setting an intention to focus on positivity and growth shapes how you approach each day. Intention, acts as a guide, helping you navigate challenges with clarity and purpose. By choosing to prioritize constructive thoughts and actions, you take control of your mental narrative, reducing the influence of negativity. Ultimately, controlling negative thoughts is not about eliminating them, but about managing their impact. Through awareness, mindfulness, and intentional action, you create a mental environment where positivity can thrive. This journey is not linear, but with patience and persistence, it leads to a profound transformation in how you experience yourself and the world around you. By integrating these practices, you reclaim your mind as a space of clarity, peace, and possibility. Controlling negative thoughts opens the door to peace and clarity, yet the mastery of your thoughts requires even greater depth and understanding. Buddhist wisdom reveals that the mind is not just a space to manage, but a powerful tool to shape your reality, intentions, and actions. The secret lies in learning to direct this tool with precision and purpose. When you master your thoughts, you unlock the ability to create a life rooted in awareness, balance, and fulfillment. Mastering your thoughts begins with awareness. The mind often operates on autopilot, generating a stream of ideas, judgments, and reactions that shape your experiences. Awareness helps you observe this mental activity without becoming entangled in it. By recognizing that thoughts are temporary and do not define you, you create a space to choose which thoughts to engage with and which to let go of. This practice allows you to break free from habitual patterns that no longer serve you. Focus is a cornerstone of thought mastery. The mind tends to wander, drawn to distractions or worries. Training your mind to focus on a single task or intention strengthens your ability to direct your thoughts. This focus is not about forcing the mind into submission, but about gently guiding it back when it strays. Over time, this practice builds mental discipline, enabling you to concentrate on what truly matters without being overwhelmed by noise. Intentionality transforms how you approach your thoughts. Instead of passively reacting to what arises, intentionality invites you to shape your mental narrative. Set clear intentions for how you wish to think and respond. For example, choose thoughts that align with your values, aspirations, and well-being. This deliberate approach shifts your mindset from reactive to proactive, empowering you to create a mental environment that supports growth and harmony. Mindfulness deepens your connection to the present moment, helping you master your thoughts by grounding them in reality. Thoughts often pull you into the past or future, creating a cycle of regret or anxiety. Mindfulness anchors you in the now, where clarity and purpose reside. This practice allows you to engage with your thoughts constructively, fostering a sense of balance and calm. Detachment plays a vital role in thought mastery. Many struggles with the mind arise from over-identifying with thoughts, believing them to be absolute truths. Detachment teaches you to see thoughts as passing phenomena rather than fixed realities. This perspective reduces their power, giving you the freedom to choose which thoughts to nurture and which to release. Detachment is not about indifference, but about cultivating a healthy relationship with your mind. The quality of your inner dialogue profoundly influences your thought patterns. Self-critical or judgmental inner dialogue often perpetuates negativity, while kind and encouraging self-talk fosters growth. Cultivate a voice of compassion and support within your mind. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend, offering understanding and encouragement rather than harsh criticism. This shift transforms your mental landscape, creating a foundation for strength and confidence. Meditation is a powerful tool for mastering your thoughts. This practice teaches you to observe your mind with detachment and clarity, strengthening your ability to focus and remain present. Meditation does not aim to stop thoughts, but to help you understand their nature. As you sit in stillness, you begin to see patterns, identify triggers, and develop the ability to guide your thoughts with intention. Over time, meditation becomes a daily practice of mental refinement. Perspective helps you navigate the complexities of thought mastery. Challenges often feel overwhelming because of the lens through which they are viewed. Shifting your perspective reveals alternative ways to approach and understand your thoughts. For example, instead of viewing a setback as a failure, see it as a learning opportunity. Perspective broadens your understanding, reducing the intensity of negative thoughts and encouraging constructive thinking. Patience is essential when mastering your thoughts. The mind is a dynamic and complex entity, and transformation takes time. Patience allows you to approach this journey with kindness, recognizing that progress is not always linear. Each moment of awareness, each step toward intentionality, contributes to your growth. By practicing patience, you create a supportive space for your mind to evolve and flourish. Gratitude fosters a positive mental state, counteracting the tendency to dwell on challenges or limitations. By focusing on what you have rather than what you lack, gratitude shifts your thought patterns toward abundance and appreciation. This practice creates a ripple effect, influencing not only your thoughts, but also your emotions and actions. Gratitude reminds you of the beauty and richness of life, grounding your thoughts in positivity. Discipline strengthens your ability to guide your thoughts. The mind often resists change, clinging to familiar patterns even when they are unhelpful. Discipline helps you stay committed to practices like mindfulness, meditation, and intentionality, even when the mind wanders or resists. This consistency builds mental resilience, making it easier to direct your thoughts toward constructive and empowering narratives. Self-reflection deepens your understanding of your thought patterns. Taking time to examine your mind reveals insights into what shapes your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This reflection allows you to identify recurring themes or triggers, giving you the tools to address them with awareness. Self-reflection is not about judgment, but about learning, offering you the opportunity to grow